stamp. DJ Ham the stamp.
Wow. Yo. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. DJ Ham the Stampede, Women's POV, we in the building. Hope all is well on this beautiful Tuesday evening. We have Wednesday, Thursday. We got two more days in a wake up, man. And we'll be April 4th will be upon us. Still a few tickets. We in Atlanta getting it popping. The in-person podcast is gonna be phenomenal, bro.
Wow.
The party gonna be stupid. Hopefully will be in the building. On the field day, we're gonna see who want what. If you in the area, get a ticket. There was a few people around the way. I even looked at Spirit. There was flights for like $80. You know what I'm saying? I know a couple people that got a round trip in like 2 weeks ago for like, what was it? 200, 300 take? What was it? You know what I'm saying?
200.
200, man. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's YouTube. Everybody getting money, right? Jalen, what up?
Hey, what's up?
What's goody? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You got your hair done? You shining and all that?
As always. Thank you.
Nah, man, that's true, man.
Stop the cap.
Tay, what's popping?
Yeah, I'm excited about the weekend.
Yeah, you ready?
Well, almost mentally, but not physically. I got a pack still.
They just told me they got some smoke for you. I ain't gonna tell you who it was though.
Brother.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Shit like that.
That's what's up. Hey, where can they get the pleasure essentials from, man?
Hey man, we got all things for health and wellness to keep you smelling good, looking good. Go to thepleasureplug.fun because that's what we have over here, baby.
Indeed. Pleasureplug.
Perfect.
Sis, what's good?
What's up?
What's popping?
Put him in the.
Not much. Why you put me in the bathroom already?
You good? You nervous?
No, I'm not nervous.
You ain't Birdman.
I'm nervous for my internet, but I ain't nervous about nothing else.
Yeah, your bandwidth is ass.
I don't know what I did.
Sis, don't act like it's just today so you confused. Every week you get on here. It's terrible. Y'all can't even make no popcorn if you on the internet. The microwave, it's something ain't right, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I have to figure that out, you know.
Damn. Des, what's popping?
Perfect.
Hi.
What's goody?
Nothing. Chilling.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You signed any autographs this week?
Nope.
Shit like that.
Thank you for that, by the way. My cousin sent me a screenshot.
Shit like that.
I was like,
What would the cousin
we're going viral. Yay.
What did the cousin say?
He was like, what your ass doing on the internet?
That's what's up, baby. That's what's up. Rebecca.
What's up, Cam? Hello, ladies. Again. Hey, chat.
Oh yeah, cause you just had the 1v1. You didn't even have all the other ladies up here.
No.
So this is really like your first time for real.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Know what I mean? What's up, man? Welcome. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You know, I'm a little nervous, but
It be like that. Nerves mean you care. You know what I mean?
Shit like
Yeah,
that.
I do.
So that's what's up. Nate, what's popping? Nate, what's?
I don't know. I'm tired.
Oh my god! This thing is a bug.
Nah, I'm playing that. Yo, don't start talking.
This nigga's scared.
Far away.
This nigga's scared.
This nigga's scared.
That's all
Now,
it is.
we all know I'm taller than you.
No, you're not. I tower over you. First
No,
off.
you don't.
Yes, I do.
You only like 5'6".
Oh, your daddy 5'6".
He's 6'5" actually, so that's backwards.
Man, he knock me. Callie, what up? Hold on.
What's
Yeah.
up, Hamp? What's up, ladies?
What you mean, what's up? What's that mean?
It means what's up, what I said.
What does that mean, though? I don't understand.
It means hi,
Oh, why didn't you just say that?
because I wanted to say what's up.
Why is everybody from California in a gang?
That doesn't have anything to do with gang. It's literally just a side of the country.
Did you
on the
throw up a
west.
sign?
I threw up West Side.
Have you ever said West Coast is the best coast?
Absolutely.
You in a gang. That's what that means. You can fool us. Man, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Let me see you in the chat real quick and we get it popping, man. Trelonials was goody. Salute, salute, salute. This is a new person. Welcome, but they be showing a lot of love. That's what's up. It's the Williams was shaking. Bad boy. I ain't seen you in a minute. Hope all is well. CC.
Wow.
Was goody. Like Mike in the building. D Majesty in the building. Riri, what up? Ashe was goody. She trying to keep that rent. She pop in for the first 10 minutes of every stream to make sure I see her putting in some work. American Negro was goody. Hope all is well. DC was shaking. Sun Kiss. Shalom.
Perfect.
Sun Kiss with the $5. Shalom. Shalom to you. Good to see you. Nightbot putting in work. That's always good. James was goody. My boy. Lionel was good. I miss you, man. I ain't seen him up for Sundays, but I see you over there grinding on your channel, making the characters and all that. I definitely need a new one, man. I'm proud of you. Dre was popping. DJ Riff was goody. Yo, what's good? Building. I'll see you in a couple of days. You feel me? It's gonna be good. Baby Sneak was popping. Joshua, how you? Samuel, Shalom. Foe in the building was goody. CJ, what up, my brother? W Judah, Shalom, Akim, Chrome, Yasha Allah, man. Mike Brown in the building. Yo, do it, bro. Do it. I got this pass from, it cost $70. All my tickets on Spirit is discounted by like $30. And now I don't even have to pay for seats. See, that be the shit that be getting on people's nerves. But I'm a silver member, I think, platinum or something. So you don't gotta pay for seats, and I board like second or some shit like that. Lady O was goody. Do it, Mike. Matt P in the building with the $2. Baby D and City Girls Dez better have my cake. What? Aaron with the $2. Was it? Oh, who was that? Somebody died. Rest in peace, young Scooter. Guys, leave these 304s alone. I thought he. I don't want to speculate on it. Harrison was popping. Salute, salute, salute. I got Riri already. Saul was goody. Rojo in the building. Let me see. Like, share, subscribe, man. Granny with the $5 was popping. Says Nate taking iron pills now, but we need to get her Red Bulls, maybe. Okay. Get us some Red Bulls.
What up, buzzing, birds, flip a dozen. Holla at your boy, you thought your cousin was.
Salute my brother Tony Golden in the building who gifted 1 membership. Whoever got blessed with it, please maintain it. MS Best was popping. Kenya, salute. Quincy in the building. Kasim in the building. Zagu in the building. That's what's up. The difference with you and her is Zagu is you live there. She ain't been there in 10 years. So, you know. Like
Keep
for that,
years,
popping. Granny with the $5. Jalen looking lost and don't want to be here. God damn. Nigga. You want to talk about a fucking party pooper. Jeez Louise. Keep it 100. What's good? What's up, man? Salute. Oh, Ken, what's popping, my brother? Good to see you. Granny with the $5 turtleneck Tay. That's what's up, man. Deli in the building. Salute. Perfect. Come back for the POV show. Shout out to the ladies and the toots. Shout out my brother Daly, been a member for 6 months. My brother John in the building. Poppy kid. Granny with the $5. Cali want to be left out tonight. Oh, Mac was good. OG Mac in the building, man. I ain't seen you in a month of Sundays, man. I gotta connect with you for sure. Hope all is well. Good to see you, man. Okay. We got Nightbot popping daily. Let me know something. Clips was goody. See you in 2 days. TC the Don in the building. Granny says,
Put him in the perp.
salute, man. Let me see. AP was good. My OG Bravo Tech in the building. He said, the ladies looking ATL ready. Exclamation point. OG Bravo Tech, we T-2 days, man. It's gonna be a ball, man. It's gonna be a good one. Salute my OG Bravo Tech for the first 20 ball of the day. Didn't fit. Let me see what I got. Rebecca, why? Granny with the $5. He knows been a member for 15 months.
Perfect.
Salute, my young brother. I appreciate you. Good to see you. He said, let's go. This might be risky. Granny with the $5 says, Des, what's the price to change my ERL? What the fuck is that?
Oil.
His Earl.
Why he said that? Sherelle ain't here.
That's how you say oil. We called him in Discord.
He said it too. I thought he grew up on the nice side of it. They all talk dumb. Jesus Christ. Man, oh man. Like, share, subscribe, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Good. I thought she was coming. Salute everybody in the building. We had a good day today, man. I've been having distractions, making sure we got everything straight, getting things sewed up before I'm out of town for a couple of days. So the day show's been dope as hell, but I've been having to step away. But you know, it's all for good and positive shit. Feel me? The ladies been wilding, as y'all seen if y'all been here the last 2 or 3 weeks. We had a clip that went viral. Salute, this might be risky. Women's POV. Cali for clipping it up. And I noticed myself in the clip specifically. I forgot that I had a tank top on first off. But I just let them talk. And the chat will tell me at times, let it go, Hant. There's been a few times where I literally kicked myself off the panel and was a chat nigga. And when I let y'all talk, great things happen. As much information as y'all share, when I listen to the brothers with their so-called complaints, y'all do realize y'all proved them right majority of the time. So my question is, frankly, what y'all got to say for yourselves? It's a broadcast.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
It's a broadcast. It's a broadcast.
Yeah, we never said that they were completely wrong. Just don't be putting jackets
I don't
on
want to
people.
hear
And
no.
you don't know that.
I know offense. I know offense. I know a motherfucker sitting on the fence when I see one, Cali.
Yeah,
What do
I'm
you have to
offensive.
say for yourselves, huh?
I said I'm offensive sometimes.
What do y'all have to say for yourselves, huh? All that. These niggas is windmilling, and I thought they said this, especially Calibi in the chat. Oh, but I thought this was the stat, but then that was the stat, and then this one was the stat, and then that was the stat, but then that stat don't align with this. But then when y'all get up here by yourselves, y'all prove the brothers right.
But if the talking points are colliding, are they really right? No.
Yes.
I just repeat back what I hear. Okay.
I know
That's
you
all
repeat it back in a conversation that you're not in, but when you in the conversation, y'all are proving those stats individually accurate. Make it make sense.
I don't argue stats.
You got the
Okay.
floor. Make it make sense, sis.
I don't argue.
Des, I'm
Go ahead,
here to
sis.
listen. Rebecca, I let
Yeah.
them talk.
Okay.
And shit get shaky.
Give us an example. I need an example. Play a clip. Do something else. Show me.
What you need? Help?
Yes.
You need a
'cause I don't know.
reminder, nigga?
We can't speak on anything we don't have proof of. I'm sorry.
Wow. So you pleading the fifth
Yep.
under the grounds that you may incriminate yourself?
Facts. Must do it. Yep. Yep. Fooling with y'all? Yep.
This is crazy. So everybody else is gonna sit there like y'all ain't been here for the foolishness.
No, I was about to wait until somebody like that has been on the panel actually say something, but I know I'm usually in the chat,
Okay.
and I don't think that we see ourselves, ladies. I don't think we see ourselves. I hate to say that, and I don't think it's intentional, but I do think we don't see ourselves a lot of the time, and we have to be outside to look inside and be like, dang, we probably shouldn't have went that route, or that probably shouldn't have been part of the conversation. That's just me seeing from the outside in.
Yeah, well, I was there and I was just thinking there is nothing to say, Ham. Like there is no excuse. I think we just got carried away. Like it was not I don't think it was supposed to go there. And then other things came up, like there were tangents that we just could not make our way back from. And you know, it just was a lot.
Well, so not even that clip, right? Let's talk about just last week.
Okay, well,
Don't make me play it.
No, I don't want you to.
Nah, it's my turn to talk, beloved.
Okay.
Y'all was all on Dad's neck, right or wrong. That I just want to say right or wrong. I don't want you to say nothing else. They was on your top, right?
Right.
You wilding. What happened at the end? They proved you right, right?
Right.
They agreed, right?
You're right.
What's up with y'all niggas? Light skinned they. Jalen with the big ass glasses.
Nigga, what you want me to say? Huh?
I'm a nigga now. Rebecca, now I'm a nigga. You feel me? All I did, I was
listen, I don't know what you want me to say.
I was minding my BI. Y'all did this. This is what I'm trying to ask. Go ahead.
I ain't do shit, but say I disagreed and explain why I disagreed. I don't know what else you want me to do after that.
Okay, now it's a you thing. So
What?
much for the sisterhood.
I ain't never said I was.
Yeah,
part
we
of
ain't.
it.
Yeah,
I've been trying to tell
no
you,
damn
ain't no
sisterhood.
goddamn sisterhood. Now you get it. You get it now.
Don't call God. He ain't coming.
I didn't say God. I said, do you get it now?
You
There
said
is
goddamn.
none. What else do you want? What do you want us to say?
So this what okay. Y'all want me to dictate what I want y'all to say? Go ahead, Rebecca. Say these niggas. I'm holding myself back, Rebecca.
I think a lot of the time when Des was talking about, there's certain stuff that I could agree with Des. And I think we didn't clarify what we agreed with and what we disagreed with. So it just sounded like we were kind of like not really coming to a point until the end where it was like, we just agree with her, I guess. Kind of, but we disagree as well. But it was never like, okay, this is what we stand on because we understand as women, we can be a little, indecisive when it comes to decisions we make, from being young all the way up until we have certain experiences. But I would say what I disagreed with, because I don't want to speak for anybody else, would be needing a man to handle what I should be handling myself as far as how I emotionally, whether I get upset or whatever the case may be, how I react. A man shouldn't have to handhold me through having reactions, but possibly guide me in a way, but not so much to the point where it's like, all right, every time something happens, I need him to hold my hand because I don't know no better. Because we are grown women. We know better. but we are choosing to not do better. And that's a choice. And that's why I said last week, choices are choices. I'll go back.
So here's fully agree with you, Rebecca. Here's the issue I have, Hemp. There were people up there that said exactly what she said. We made a differentiation between what we agreed with and what we didn't. But then you asked the question, but is she right though? And we were like, fuck it. Yeah, fine. She right. We good?
Yep.
Well, hold on. Just because you copped a plea. So here's the thing. You can't cop. Damn, I can't finish it. Wow.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So
Go
y'all-
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Good.
Go ahead.
My bad. I cut you off while I was talking. My bad.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish
Okay.
your thought.
I'm just saying, beloved. You cop a plea at the end. Now you want me to acknowledge what you said before that. Nah. Once you plea out, you plea out. That's the charge. You don't get to
We were there for
hold
3
me
hours.
accountable for what after you done plead. So if you
We were
say
there for 3
I
hours.
agree with this, but I disagree with this, right? And then at the end I say, but is she right? And because
This nigga's scared.
you say yeah, she right. So now I'm holding you accountable to that part. I don't gotta remember everything if you take a plea.
It was like midnight, 11 o'clock. That's why I said, fuck it, she right. We good. We fought for literally like 3 hours. So don't do that.
Yeah, but y'all fought
Disagree
and
with
then
her for 3 hours straight.
overwhelmingly agree with her. I mean, I'm just
Des,
trying
what
to
did
figure
they
out
agree with? I'm confused. I'm a
what
little.
they agree with, Des.
What they agree with?
Oh, sorry, Jalen. Since you got the mind of a wizard, what did y'all agree with initially?
And you have a mind of a warlock. I actually don't remember.
Wizard.
That majority of the women are double-minded. Everybody conceded to that. Everybody agreed to
Oh
it.
my god! Look at chat. Notice now they
You're a victim.
Nobody a victim. We keep going in circles on this same topic, and nobody got
no. First off, no, we didn't. This show just
Yes, we-
started.
No,
what we're trying
no,
to figure out is why none of y'all apologized to Des at the end of that show.
apologize for what? Because when I tried to break it down and ask questions, I was getting talked over. It was still going in circles.
Oh my god!
You're a victim.
God, yo, chat.
But when you asked,
Chat. The crazy part is now they all got done dirty on the stream, right? Now they all whining and crying. I'm just asking, let them talk. Y'all saw what happened. Go ahead, Nate.
and when you asked, was that an issue? Being double-minded is an issue. And when you said that, I proceeded to try to ask questions. What results do you get out of that?
Okay.
Where do you go with it?
So what were the questions that you didn't get answered since everybody talked over you when you got one of the strongest, loudest voices?
Yeah, and I also stay in an apartment complex where I ain't trying to get kicked out of it, right? So, so being double-minded and wanting to be coddled by a man, wanting to act like a child and be,
Lex, bring your ass up here too. Go ahead.
Her saying men want women that act like children. What results do you get out of that? That's exactly what you said.
You said women are children. You said women are children. You said that verbatim in a sentence.
No.
Women are children.
Nate said want.
Nate said men want women to act like children. That's
I
what
said Des said that. That's what Des said. Des said men
yeah.
want women.
Slow down, Nate. Slow down. She said women act like children. She didn't say men want women to act like children.
She said men want to control their women, in so many words, control their women and to fix their behavior. And when was it Love and Tay ran it down to her? Fix what behavior? You should self-correct yourself. And then when she spoke on what she spoke on, we started going in circles again. So the question is, what results do you get out of not self-correcting and being double-minded? Nothing, because there are no results being shown. We never not agreed that most women weren't double-minded. But when you ask, is that a problem? Yes, it is.
Go ahead, Des. You want to say something? Cause I got this video queued and my hand shaking.
Nope. I'm on my good. Like,
Yo,
I'm good.
So, so Cece just watched it. Cece just watched it, right? I almost want her to come up so she can. This is what I'm gonna do. See, Cece, because you just watched it fresh. I could play it, but it's a lot to play. Hey, Cece, can you do this? If I drop the link, she probably gonna say no. But if I drop the link for you, right? All they gonna be able to hear is your voice. Can you give us a recap of how shit went? You're not gonna be on the camera, it's just gonna be your voice only, not even an avatar. I just want to see because I know she just watched it fresh. Right? She just watched it fresh today because she missed it. You got a super chat, Dr. G. Or you get the link. But here's the thing. It's not about being monolithic. It's about all the retort and all the pushback. And then when it's all said and done, there was a general consensus. See, Dr. G? I let them talk. That's the name of the episode. And then when people were trying to retort, i.e. love, she put herself in a trick bag. And then put the jacket on youngins like Jalen. And then said they should learn from our mistakes, which quite literally means that they're perpetuating behavior that they saw. Should let them talk, man. Just let them talk. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Did you see it, sis?
Only some of it. Not.
All right, let me do this because I got a couple clips pulled up too. But let me see this because I think we need to give everybody context. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Hit the link, Dr. G. Where should I play this from? And so now we don't have the monies or whatever the case to do X, Y, and Z. And then now you got to go back to working more. But when you go back to working more, now you're not home. And then the goalposts will move. That's what she's articulating with the double-mindedness, right? And so you're going to have to receive some of that shit.
Yeah, but it's still not as full
No,
though. That's just how I see it. Like, even with the time, like, people make time for what they want to and what they don't want to. Like, so we understand you're going to have to be on, but I feel like you still have to dedicate a certain percentage of time to make sure you handle home. Like, it's just as simple as
y'all don't. And so from a man's standpoint, which I need to understand is, right, the reason why we listening to what Des is saying is simply because men often run into an issue with the women that it's never enough, right? So this isn't good enough, that isn't good enough. And then when you change this, now this lacks, right? And so now we don't have the monies or whatever the case to do X, Y, and Z. And then now you got to go back to working more. But when you go back to working more, now you're not home. And then the goalposts will move. That's what she's articulating with the double-mindedness, right? So I think that y'all are working very hard to refute but I don't think you guys even refuting it. You're just saying they're not articulating well, right? But what they're conveying is what I'm saying. You see? So if you guys are saying they're not good communicators, that's one thing. But what's being communicated is what Des is saying. You see?
So it's funny because y'all was just sitting there saying how much you have a headache listening to what you were saying. Now you want to.
So y'all agree with that? Do women want it all?
Generally speaking, yeah.
I think realistically, we know we can't have it all. I don't know if that came up, but I feel like it should have, and maybe that's a point it never got across. But I know it came up of wanting the man to work less to spend time or something like that, and then somebody said, "Well, there's a difference between quality time and the amount of time," or something like that. So you talking about like that in terms of nurturing your relationship, or you mean just like you got to provide, so I can't be there. But I think those points got kind of twisted up because y'all weren't making the same points.
Who?
Well, you were just talking about how, men can't be there if you want them to work and provide and, live for you to live a comfortable life and have a soft girl era and all that. But then the flip side was, well, no, I forgot the young lady's name, but she was just saying, no, it's about the quality time of the time that you do spend or that you do have at home or something like that. And she made the point of we could just do nothing or something like that. But that was a conflicting point, I think. And then we went off on a tangent after that.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I would say generally women do want it all. Now, how you go about displaying your wants, whatever, like your behavior is what makes or breaks the relationship for the most part. So, if you're going to be a brat about it, then that's one thing. If you're going to actually do something about it, like, you want to free up some time for him, like I said on Friday, go to work.
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? The brattiness is there. That's why niggas is complaining about it and bringing it to your attention. See, you want it all. That's bratty in itself. If somebody says they want it all, by proxy, then that person's a brat.
How are you displaying that? What is your behavior like? Are you always push the wrong button? Are you displaying that? Are you always nagging like you're never home? Da, 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 I want this, I want that. I mean, you can have your feelings, that's fine, whatever, like that. But when you go on ahead and you start being a brat about it outwardly, then that's a problem. Knowing what the reality of the situation is.
This is where we have to be genuine. When you're not getting the things you think you deserve and want, what builds?
Resentment.
What else? It's a D word. Disdain.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say displeasure, but yeah.
And then, do you think that those things don't rear their heads and display themselves even when we try not to?
Yeah, they can.
You can't hide. Those type of feeling is very hard to hide. Because every time you do something at that house, every time you got to pay a bill that you think you shouldn't have to pay, right? What happens? This is what the people are trying to help y'all understand. So majority of black men work blue collar. If he making a lot of money, what you think he got to be out there actually doing it? That's not a lot of passive income that come with that. And then you telling that nigga you ain't spending enough time with me. So what Dez was relaying, it was just so much pushback. I was just confused by the shit. Because it was the truth. What would it be a complaint about if she ain't saying nothing that I don't like?
Well, what was the pushback? Because I missed that part. Like, what were they saying? Were they like just straight up disagreeing, or were they giving explanations as to the double-mindedness? I don't know.
Oh, it was tons of that. Like, trying to explain. It wasn't me. It's the youngins. She wrong. That's bratty. That's selfish. We had an entire stream about women's baseline being chaos. Crimson actually presented that. Her and I they had a discourse, not even a discourse, like we minded it out.
And so a lot of that was from men.
Good morning.
Go to hell. So a lot of that was from men.
I don't believe in hell. When you come up here, the least you can do is speak. Mira, ¿qué pasa?
Okay. I do not speak no damn Spanish.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up? Hey, everybody.
Go ahead, Mary.
So with your what you saying, what the feedback people were giving, that was from men?
Which part?
Like when you were saying that they were like, oh, those are young niggas or this and that or whatever.
That
like,
was love.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And then they were saying this, Mary. Let me see what you think.
Did I miss that part? Because I was on this live. So
were you last week?
No. She was. Wasn't she?
No, I was here the first.
No, it was last week.
Was here week before last.
Yeah, week before last. So Saud was saying, listen, he work, make the money. As long as he come home and take a nap with me, that's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And we like, come on, Saud. If I run his bath water for him, that's quality time. We like, come on, Saud. Like, that's not what actually is manifesting. So even the retorts were unrealistic because we know how shit is actually going.
So women were acting like the men that do pay all the bills, they don't ask for a lot from.
Say it one more time.
So it was basically, they were basically trying to say that, oh, men that do pay all the bills and take care of them, they don't give them like a hard time about time and things like that.
Well, because Dad said women want it all, and it was almost like, no, we don't. We are understanding if he works hard, long hours, pause to provide, and we not building resentment over him not spending time.
Oh no, that's not true.
So that's what we was trying to, you know what I mean? What, sis? Go ahead. You got an unmute button.
No, I'm just listening. I'm trying to piece it together, really. It sounds...
I don't think women have experienced a lot. I don't think a lot of women have experienced men that fully really do provide to that extent, though. So most of the women that probably had an opinion never had been in a relationship or in that lifestyle.
I'll say this. I have experienced that and I still was insatiable, which is why I spoke to the fact that women are insatiable and double-minded. Just so you know. Me.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Mary, just in the fact that most people, both people work. So, most dudes aren't like the sole provider in the household and everything. And I wouldn't even say that it's mostly 70-30. I'd say if anything it's 60-40. If it's not completely half or whatever, like they're around the same income and everything like that, he makes slightly more. Or slightly
The
less.
women that so-called have experienced that, are you guys actively building resentment because your husband works or because your partner works all the time? I'm assuming in this economy.
I don't think it's actively building resentment. I think you go through it. And then when you start to communicate and have that understanding, then you're like, oh, okay. Like, I get it.
Sis, let me show y'all what happens though, right? This is a real true logic of what happens, right? So it was goody.
What's up, y'all? Hey.
Hey.
So let me show y'all this, right? Can we talk about the working and all that, right? This is what men get reduced to. And the person I'm about to show you in the sentiment she's not an outlier.
I just think maybe with us already in competition for the paid position.
Jesus.
So the man of the household gets the big piece of chicken. That's my answer. Final answer.
Okay.
Jesus. So I say the breadwinner of the house, the person who holds the house down, gets the big piece of chicken.
So are they saying paying most of the bills?
Paying all the bills, paying most of the bills, who's holding it down, who's taking care of business in the household. Because according to your thing here, like you said, the Isha 60-40. If I'm paying 60% of the bills, I'm holding it down more than you. I think whoever's holding the house down, the breadwinner should get the big piece of chicken in this euphemism of an example. You get the big piece of chicken. So if I'm paying all the bills or I'm holding the house down, I'm getting a big piece of chicken. If my husband is holding it down, paying all the bills and holding it down and doing what he's supposed to be doing as the leader of the household, he can have whatever he wants. He can have the big piece of chicken. He can have the whole chicken if he wants. But you gotta work to get that.
Men,
Stop GP.
Men, your value to a lot of modern women is clearly transactionary.
What up, brother?
Don't necessarily have an interest in but they certainly provide ammunition to coons to go pander.
That man's natural proclivities, sis. Think about it, sis. The money being too close, it's like the respect level like drops. Because if she's 60-40, especially because of how men work, it's typically more rugged, longer hours, right? Just the jobs they do. So let's say the money are comparable, right? But men are working majority like blue collar. So it takes a long time. Like if you're doing delivery and things of that nature, 10-hour day is a given, right? Let's say you drive a truck, right? Get in the truck, loading it up, doing what you got to do, unloading it. So my guys, I'll book a job for a 9-hour day, right? But they get to the office an hour before and then they got to clean the truck. So that's really an 11-hour day. You know, that's the type of shit that goes in for most, because most are, you know, blue collar, right? My brother P, he gets stuck on a job or a job, right? You open up let's say you open up the ceiling looking for a leak, but now it's this, and this, right? You can't leave them customers hanging, right? Emergency, 24-hour, middle of the night. Like that's, you know, the way in which we work is different. But it's all just based on the dollar amount.
Understood. But what if, okay, but there's 1, 2, 3 women out here, if they're not actively building resentment towards their partner who is probably a blue collar worker, like you explained, how does this apply across the board?
What do you mean now?
I think they reached a level to where they understand it's going to be long hours, and
Des
they're gonna.
just told you she was insatiable.
Well, she's divorced. She couldn't handle it, or but for her, the facts are that she wanted to work extra and more, and you know, she felt like she had to step up to be able to have the extras because he was working, right?
So that would make me insatiable, right? And I'm going to speak this because I want the flowers. I want the great sex. I want to tell you about my day, regardless of what kind of day you had. I'm selfish. I am childlike, which is the majority of women. I have to make the purposeful decision to be selfless. And that is the majority of women.
Sounds like you didn't want him. That's what it sounded like from the first time you started speaking before. You didn't want him. You described him poorly. Overall, he didn't give you what you wanted, but he's remarried and he's giving somebody else what they want. So there's just some discrepancies in this scenario with involving you.
Yeah, I'm not talking about my ex-husband.
Oh, you have another one?
I dated after my ex-husband. Yes, I did.
Okay, but the example you gave, I'm just saying, you know,
I'm just saying that the notion is,
right? You divorced them.
Divorce.
Right?
I'm not a nun.
But it doesn't sound like you wanted him. That's the example I was speaking to.
No, clearly I did not want him. It's clear. We got a divorce. I did not want him. That doesn't take away from the notion that women in the majority are insatiable, bratty, and spoiled. And everybody wants to hide behind a self-righteous mask that they're not. Like, oh, I can be so selfless, and oh, I can be this great nurturing woman. You are human. You have human feelings.
Desires,
and humans are jealous, envious, angry.
They can be.
Right?
They can be.
But I have a question. Is it easier to have those emotions than it is to have selfless ones?
For women, especially that are mothers, we're typically very selfless.
No, that's to your child. But I'm talking about a stranger on the street. If someone cut you off on the road, are you going to say, "Oh, that godly, forbidden guy"? Or are you going to say, "Motherfucker, why the fuck did you cut me off"?
Fuck him. We're talking about relationships.
Exactly.
You
You as a person, you as a human being, are you really kind? Are you really selfless? Because you just brought up my divorce to make a point.
No.
Right?
I thought that's what we were talking about here, right?
No, we're not.
That's not what we're talking about.
No,
I thought we were
not at
talking
all.
about partners and marriages and being with somebody and things like that.
No, I'm talking about the women in a general population. We're selfish.
We're people in relationships.
We're double-minded.
I'm not thinking we're talking about individuals. We're talking about people in relationships.
It don't matter if you're in a relationship or not.
Okay, maybe I'm confused.
So speaking for myself, because I've experienced the stay-at-home mom and husband paying all the bills, blah 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 blah. There was resentment, but it's not anything that carried. Did my sound crazy, or is that somebody else?
Everybody mute if you're not talking. Go ahead.
So, okay, so it's not me. So the resentment wasn't ongoing. It wasn't like an active type of thing. It was, something you feel in a way because being with my husband, we built a business together. Of course, I'm on the back of the end of it, so I don't do a lot of the labor work. So I'm home more, and he's out more. Being with somebody that had more time when they were working for somebody else and not working for themselves, they had more time. You start to be like, okay, why you don't have time for me? And I don't think we do it in a way. A lot of times we don't do it in a way where we know that we're being selfish, but it ends up coming off to them as that. So I got to a point where I'm like, how could you want to spend time by yourself when you haven't even spent time with me? And started feeling resentment towards that. Like, when are you going to make time? Like, I'm at home doing blase, blase, blase. And men have a tendency to feel like because they're paying all the bills, they think that what you're doing at home isn't as big as what they're doing to provide for the home. So with that being said, again, came a lot of resentment that we had to go through, communicate through, and kind of fix in regards to, hey, this is what's happening. This is why it's happening. We're growing a business. When it stops being so hard all the time, then we can go ahead and do little things, or we can make an hour here and an hour there. Oh, you know what? You're on lunch break. Meet me here before I go to this next client's house. But it's not, I don't think for me, it's not like, oh, actively this whole amount of time, I hate you. Or like I hate the man or I hate the relationship.
Yo, but if you at home and he doing all the working,
I'm saying we don't see that. We don't see that from the inside. Sometimes you have to step outside to really view everything. We don't see that as women.
Because what did Dad say?
But that's what I'm saying. I didn't disagree.
No, I'm just minding through it because of the selfish nature.
Right.
And at least you've been in a fucking basement that was flooded with pee, right? You actually seen it, right? But a lot of work that men do, it's like women be sitting there like, that ain't, nigga, you do that every day. That ain't you. Oh, you used to. You know what I'm saying? Like my wife, she helped with the moving company, right? She booked this job. You know how long I was on this job? 15 hours. Because of the estimation, right? And she called me. I'm like, whatever. But there was things that were left out, right? She's like, man, I ordered your food to be hot when you get home, but it was out on the steps, and so the possum ate it. right? She in the bed, curled up, sleep, warm, AC on, light bill $10,000 a month, whatever, fuck it, right? You just get a pat. You good? Like, because they not thinking, oh, he had to move 100 boxes today. Y'all niggas ain't never move 100 nothing. Oh, I forgot about the grandfather clock that you got to take
we
apart.
Have babies. We have babies. Him.
That is not gonna work on me.
We do, but we
just
get
like it didn't work on Dez earlier. Y'all are selfless to y'all children. We ain't talking
didn't
about
work
your
on her.
children.
First of all, I stated all facts, so I don't give a fuck about none of that. Nothing else. Now, what Mary said. Now, what Mary said.
You ain't having babies all the time. We talking about something that happens in an instant.
If we do it once,
you know what's crazy about that, sis? That you said that.
What?
Y'all niggas is asking for push gifts.
So
don't do it, sis. I'm in bison mode. I'm trying to chill. Don't do it.
Give her what she wants. But just following up on what Mary said.
Go ahead.
She didn't leave him. She worked it out. She expressed to him, when you do have time.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
What's wrong with it?
You just said give her what she wants. Is that not insatiable?
What are you talking about? Just give her a gift. Just give it to her. What's the problem? What's the big deal? I don't get it. What's the big deal? It's nothing.
Okay, what is a push gift? Is that you get a gift
present? You get a present for pushing out a baby.
It doesn't have to be big.
Ain't that what the baby shower for?
Exactly.
No.
So I don't even know why you asking for a push present. So I didn't disagree with the fact that
for the baby.
Baby showers are for the babies.
The push gift is for the woman. Big difference.
I never disagreed at the fact that majority of women are double-minded. I disagreed. Well, no, I brought in the factor of it being problematic. Instead of saying, "Oh, it is what it is," how about you try to be better? That's it. That's all my refutation was.
I don't get it. Mary expressed to the man what she wanted. What is the problem with that? She's still married to this day because she expressed it. Was it the same man, Mary, or is it a different man?
Yes, same man.
Same man.
I think the conversation is starting to get away from the general statement that we are indecisive. We are, when it comes to relationships, we have those feelings still, even though we may mind them out with the people that we're with. We have those feelings. So the men aren't just saying, oh, or love isn't just saying, oh, we're whatever. We're actually having those feelings of resentment, but we may not show them the same. Doesn't mean that all of us here don't have it. We may mind it out differently than others, but we still have them. And I think that's the general statement, regardless of who in the relationship has done it and who hasn't. We can all say, yes, we felt that way. And I think that's all that is really that matters, so that we can agree with Des to be like, yeah, you're right. We do want it all, even though we may not show it in this way, but we do have that feeling like we want this and we want that.
Yeah, I thought that's what happened. That they agreed, right?
You agree?
But nobody wanted to apologize.
Exactly.
Apologize for what?
Apologize for agreeing.
Windmilling on my head, and y'all all end up cheering me on at the end. Making me the wait. Making me the sacrificial pig on this.
Nobody never said you were wrong. We put a percentage.
Hey, Nay, you got to get on camera, Nay. You got to get on camera. You're going to talk.
I didn't make you a sacrificial anything. I sat up here and said my opinion that was in opposition of yours. I said we agree that women are double-minded. Where we don't agree is that I'm not going to sit there and just sit in selfishness and double-mindedness. That's where we disagreed.
You can try not to sit in selfishness and double-mindedness, but you're a woman and you're going to be that way. No. Stop putting on a self-righteous mask. You have to be purposeful with your selflessness.
It's not a fucking mask. It's you doing work to be a better person. That's not a mask. If all you want to do is fake being selfless and fake being nice and fake being giving, then say that's what you do. I'm actively trying to be better. That's all I said, is that is what women should be doing. That's it.
But it doesn't mean that you can't have. I feel like.
Wait, Mary. I just want to make sure that Des get his opportunity to reply.
I'm good, Hemp. I'm good.
Go ahead, Mary.
I don't feel like anybody, man or woman, are bad people because they want to be selfish with themselves for certain things. I feel like men and women should have points in their lives where they are actively selfish for themselves, for them to be able to grow in this world.
Here go to
Now,
justification.
as far as,
No.
As far as at the end of the day, women are women, men are men. We are two completely different people. I feel like society tries so hard to make it seem like we have to be the same, and we're just not built that way. We're not ever going to be built that way. Men are men and women are women. We're never going to be built the same, ever. So yes, women,
We saying that to say what, Mary?
I'm saying that to say that yes, women are going to have selfish moments and moments where they're like, hey, like I need this, I need that. Those are women. Men operate differently. You guys need different things from the world. Like,
and that's why it's not malicious, Mary. It's natural for women. That's what I'm saying. It's not malicious. It's just natural. That's it.
I don't think men, just like again, I'm not counting out men because we don't understand you guys either, but I also don't think men fully understand the role that we take on in general in the world and how stressful it can be, regardless what you're doing, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whether you go to work, anything that you have going on, the mental strain that it can be, because we are constantly caring for other people. Women are put on this earth to care for other people, and that's what we're constantly doing. So in a moment of selfishness where we feel like it's something that we need, like something has to be worked out. I don't think nothing's wrong with having selfish moments.
But y'all aren't calling these selfish moments. You're saying it's our natural baseline. That's not a moment. That's permanent. That's not just a temporary thing.
I don't think that has to do anything with male or female, just somebody being overall a selfish person. That doesn't have to do with being a man or a woman. That's just who somebody may be.
Y'all said women are selfish. Women, then why are they?
I'm saying women. I'm saying anybody can be selfish. Women can be selfish. Yes.
That can't be the point.
A woman that can be selfish and people that are selfish in general are two different things, because women do have a lot of selfish moments, but who are the most nurturing people on this earth? Women.
No, not after what y'all both said in this live today. Y'all both said women are naturally selfish. Now y'all just have selfish moments.
I didn't say women are naturally selfish. I said you can be selfish. I never said women are naturally really selfish.
Des said it. My bad. Des said women are naturally selfish. So that's where I don't understand how these two thought processes coincide.
Now, do I believe women are naturally needy? Absolutely. But as far as selfish, no.
I really don't know, but I just want to tell Des, I love you, girly, but I'm not going to apologize. I said what I said, so yeah.
What'd you say?
I don't know whatever y'all said. We said that we need to apologize to Des.
Yeah, I'm not apologizing for nothing.
Like,
yeah, because y'all lack accountability. I'm gonna just put it out there. Y'all lack fucking accountability. Y'all lack accountability.
I'm not lacking accountability because we agreed to your statement.
Ain't nobody was
We were having a conversation. Just because we didn't agree with the generalization doesn't mean you deserve an apology. If that's the case, shit, run that shit back. I deserve plenty. Like that's you being insatiable to us. Like that's crazy. I'm definitely not apologizing for anything that I said. However,
and that is what is the notion.
That was,
in every
no, because it was clear where I agreed and where I
not take accountability, and then you don't
take accountability just fine, thank you.
No,
but it was clear. I take accountability just fine, thank you. But it was clear where I agreed and where I disagreed. You can watch it back.
I don't think you take accountability, Tay, because if
You
that's the
don't have
case, you
to.
would give
You
me
don't
my
have to. You
flowers.
don't
You
know
would
me,
give me
sis.
my flowers
You don't
because
have
you
to.
backtracked.
You don't have
You
to.
would
You
give me
don't
my
know me,
flowers
sis.
because you backtracked. You don't have accountability, just
Okay,
like
play
most
it.
women in this
Play
world
it,
doesn't have
Ham.
accountability.
Whatever I backtrack, please play. Please play.
Well, Tay, why can't you?
about?
You
That's
didn't
crazy.
hear what she said. What's her reply to you?
A bunch of bullshit. Because
Well,
how
she
dare
said,
you?
"Well,
Like,
Tay, hold on. Let's just respond to what she said." She said, "What did you say, Des?" And then you can respond to all of it.
I said you backtracked after my statement was like, you don't. I said you backtracked at the end of that show, and everybody sacrificed me, but everybody ended up agreeing that women are majority double-minded. Women, this is the problem. Women are not accountable for what they say or do, and then it's like, well, I'm not apologizing. You made me the sacrificial pig along with everybody else on that panel. You embarrassed me on YouTube. And then y'all all sat there quiet at the end of the damn session and didn't say shit.
We all get
No,
embarrassed.
no. From the
Let Tay
beginning,
respond. Let Tay respond.
so what happened, sis, was after the points were heard and the conversation was had, Hamp came and asked, so yes or no, do y'all agree? We all know he's black and white. So everybody said, with everything said tonight, yes, then yes, we agree with Des. But that wasn't the point. Your point was you deserve an apology for that. Like, why? When we all came to the same conclusion. I'm confused.
But what were y'all saying beforehand? Were y'all not
Like, what are you
feisty?
talking about? You're
Were y'all
playing
not
the victim.
feisty?
You're playing
You're
the
not
victim.
I'm not playing no victim,
You're
and that's
playing the
projection,
victim.
baby.
Because there
That's
have been
projection.
plenty of panels
That's
where
projection
they
at its
talk through
finest.
my ass for saying some shit that I feel. Like, that's just what happens, sis. Like, it's fine. Nobody owes you an apology.
It was nothing
That's
to be
fine.
feisty about when Des
You know how we fucking feel.
said women are double-minded. I pulled a Hamp and said, this might be risky. Majority or minority? She said majority. I said, okay, I agree. Put a percentage on it. We ain't finna sit here and be scalded for something Love said and she ain't here.
Well, let me ask y'all a question though. Yo, if you disagree with somebody, you make a concession. You know what? You was right. I agree with you. I fucked that up. That don't sound natural.
the concession about majority of women being double-minded was made in the beginning.
Secondly, who on the panel? See, this the other part though. Let's get to this part though. Are you in that majority of women? You, I'm talking to all of you.
Yes, I'm in the majority.
I said yes last week.
I said no.
Because I started off saying I know I'm indecisive about everything. So I don't even know what
Anybody
You
else?
on mute, Tay. I don't know what. Oh,
She muted herself. Are y'all in that majority?
I need some clarification. Are we talking
that
about
would be no.
are we talking about double-minded in a relationship or as a whole?
Yes.
Yes to what?
Mm-hmm.
As a whole or in a relationship? Or both?
Mm-hmm.
just period in life.
I'm double-minded.
What'd you say, sir?
I said I'm double-minded.
Mary Berry? Mary Berry?
I don't think I have the space to be.
Mary Berry? Are you
Don't know.
double-minded like regular women?
No.
Okay. So that resentment didn't build before and then you had to mind it through?
You said it didn't what?
When the resentment was building before, because even though you were able to stay home and he was able to provide, you wanted the other part that you know was non-existent, especially trying to build a business, but you wanted it anyway, and therefore you built resentment because of that, but then you were able to work through it.
Right, but you're talking about
Double-minded, wanting it all.
that's considered being double-minded.
Goddamn right, you want it all. It don't make sense. You got two conflicting ideas going through in your head. It's like cognitive dissonance.
Yeah,
I
but
want his time, but I want him to earn all the money. It's a broadcast.
can't really say that because it wasn't like I just was following a lead. I didn't make any choices. So it's not like, oh, I want him to do this and I want him to do that. I was just like, this your plan? All right, let's have at it. So again, me not being in the space to be double-minded is just kind of following a lead.
I think Des mentioned the A word. That's like a 4-letter word earlier. She just blamed him.
I don't think that's blaming.
You said I ain't make no choices.
Because you just said being double-minded is being conflicted between two decisions. I didn't have
that's cognitive dissonance. That's cognitive dissonance. I was just helping mind through double-mindedness. When we looked at the definition, there's a few different things that go into it. So if you agree to a plan, right, and you know how that plan is going to manifest, and then you build resentment, knowing how that plan is going to manifest.
But
right?
that's the thing, the resentment built based off of not knowing how the plan was going to manifest. Like you don't know how anything's going to go until you're in it. So that's where resentment can come in.
That was
is
another
the fact
thing.
that I didn't know this was how it's going to go.
That was another thing that Des said. Women act like children and saying, I ain't know. I never been through that. I never seen this. I couldn't do my due diligence. I don't know how to build a business. You know what I mean? Like that's what she was saying.
But is that not realistic? If you've never been in a situation, how do you know how it's going to go?
Simply saying that women act like children. So,
but
like,
that's
for
not
instance,
childlike. That's being realistic. If you haven't been in a situation, you do not know how it's going to go. I didn't grow up around a bunch of business owners.
But I'm just telling you what she was saying, right? That's how she was.
But what I'm saying is that's not childlike, not knowing what an experience will be before you experience it.
Here's the thing: reacting like it's an issue because you can't tell the future is childlike, right? So if somebody's building a business, right, and you don't know the ups and downs, but you know that there's a goal that we're trying to make, and you got an attitude while we're trying to make that goal, that's childlike. That's what we're saying. What do you think? It's a broadcast. We building something. It get hard. I ain't home, and you get mad at me. It sound like a kid.
I don't know. There's balance.
Okay. Go ahead, Callie. You want to say something? Sis been frowning up and all that. Go ahead.
No, I ain't got nothing to say. I already said I didn't build resentment when I was a stay-at-home mom or whatever. I went on ahead and I went to work.
What you mean? Fuck staying at home. That's what you said?
Well, yeah. Fuck staying at home.
So what is that?
Isn't that some kind of resentment?
No. That means I'm gonna free up some time for him. That's not resentment.
So what are you saying? You say you went on and went to work. What you mean by that?
Meaning that I was, you know what I'm saying? Like as soon as he, you know how, like as soon as like somebody might come home from work or whatever, the little puppy comes and they wagging their tail and they jumping up and down like happy you home and everything like that. Yeah, that's basically what ended up happening. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't mad at him. It was just annoying to him for me to be like, hey, what happened? How's the day? What happened today? Did you do this? Did you do that? What did so-and-so say? You know, all that kind of stuff like that, right? Because I wanted to talk to another adult, right? Instead of, you know, talking to, you know, a kid all day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I didn't get mad at him for it. I understood what the situation was. So I went to work. Okay, it's time for me to go to work because he's getting annoyed.
But that would be kind of resentment toward with the both of you, though. It's not resentment doesn't mean you're mad. It's just like, dang, I wish the situation was different type of thing. Like it doesn't always mean that, anger comes out of it.
Yeah, but I didn't resent him for it. I knew what the situation was. I just alleviated his shit because he said it was annoying.
So he resented you.
I guess maybe you could say that. If he found it annoying, then I guess if you want to categorize that as resentment, then I guess that's probably fair. But yeah, I went to work.
What up, buzzing, bird, flip a dozen. Holla at your boy, you thought your cousin was.
So the Zika Ben Israel in the building gifted one. This might be risky membership. Whoever got blessed with it, please maintain it. Daily with the $2 to help any of the ladies to call the Lord. LOL. Granny with the $2. They all playing out. This some bullshit. MC Heavy Tits in the building was popping with the $10. Hello to the panel and the chat.
Hey,
Jonathan was popping. Jonathan in the building with the 20 ball says only pushback is when Dez was talking about gotta pay for this cat. Ellipsis. Chill. I need to see the roster of the dudes. She right though. Women are all over the place.
Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money. Bullshit. I see you shining, nigga. I can smell a motherfucker with money. Even Ray Charles can see you got money.
Mike Brown with the $2 push gift. When did that happen? Yeah, man. Dre with the $2 saying, bro, I've never heard a push gift before. J Fact was popping. J Fact in the building with the 20 ball says, this is wild. Dez dropped 50 in the first half on the panel for 2 weeks.
Sends his regards.
Yeah!
You know how I love money.
Aaron with the $2. Dez, they won't apologize. You broke the code. Granny with the $50. Team Dez. Salute Granny for the 50.
Weather outside is humid. She turn up her location. She must think I'm stupid. She wanna run the street, so let her ho, let her ho, let her ho. She doesn't show signs of stopping, so who am I to be cock blocking? I really hate to see you go. Let her ho, let her ho, let her ho.
Said Team Dez super chat running it up. God damn, man. Dez, how you feel, man? You feel vindicated?
I'm only here to help, Hamp. I'm only here.
Hey, get him, That's what I was. That's what
Yo, even you gotta stand up, bro. You gotta stand up. You gotta stand up.
Go ahead, boy.
Stand up.
Hit him. Okay. That's how you do it. That's what I'm talking about. Hurt him. Traveling. This one I'm traveling. Yeah. That's what I'm
Damn.
I still love that clip.
Granny with the sisterhood president. Damn. Ezekiel Ben Israel with the $5. Let's say it all together now. My bad. Jonathan with the $5 says, Tay showing her true color. Ellipsis. Hands moving, shoulders moving while she talk. You want to respond to this, Tay? Oh, Nikasu with the $5 says, so double-minded, selfish, insatiable, indecisive, incompetent, emotionally unintelligent, and just generally unintelligent. Great notes. God damn. Anybody want to respond to this?
Nobody's gonna pay Anukusi whatever, no mind. Like next.
Yeah, then date other men. Like
Ezekiel Ben Israel with the $2. Here for Cali. The EB. Wow. EBB in that clip. You heard? Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Sis, why you keep making all those faces and all that? Huh?
Because I don't know if I'm confused, perplexed.
Man.
I don't know. It's strange. I don't know.
What's strange, sis?
What is this?
What's strange, sis?
What is this?
Huh?
What is this?
No, we just let y'all talk and y'all just say the shit.
First of all, take me off that screen. I don't got. There you go.
Listen, I'm saying though, niggas
get
ain't
it,
shit.
'cause
But y'all like what y'all like though.
It just means you're indecisive, and it said lack of commitment. But I don't get it. If you're in a situation, partnership, together, where's the lack of commitment and indecisiveness? I'm just trying to figure out how this is a woman's baseline when in a relationship that they've been in for some odd years. Something's not connecting for me. Maybe you all will connect it by the end of this show, but I'm still a little confused.
So,
just saying.
I don't know. Never mind.
We let y'all talk, sis.
Not because you've been talking about with a man, with a partner. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess you might get double-minded if you don't really like that nigga, or if you don't want to be there. There's no commitment. But if you're there, I don't get how this applies across the board for women in relationships.
So, but that's why I asked, with this relationship or genuinely, like in a whole? Because like I feel like in a relationship, when it comes to certain stuff, like sis, really don't be double-minded. But then again, I'm indecisive, like in nature, so that's why I have to say, yeah. So
I get that. Then any and every woman, human in flesh can be that way in moments. I think what Des, from what I gather, is trying to articulate that women are just simply like that at their baseline. She's essentially saying that's where people start. That's where women start, and then other shit happens, which it sounds like it leads to chaos. I don't think that's across the board, is where I'm getting at.
Go ahead, Nay. Go ahead. Sis trying to understand. I want to understand what you was chuckling about.
Oh, it was a little joke on my phone that I was reading.
No. Your devices don't work that well.
Boy, you a hater because you over there with that AOL internet.
Only one device work at a time. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What you want me to say?
What do you think about what sis is trying to understand and convey?
I mean, what is she trying?
I think I did. That's just where we're at. Play the clip you had. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out because okay, so first of all, it's a lot going on. It's a lot being said, right? I'm gonna get to sis, right? First, Barry, what Callie said is not being indecisive. Wrong definition. Okay. Saudi, what you just said is being double-minded. You said you were indecisive. Cool. Sis is trying to walk down what Dez is saying. And what Dez was saying was, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't even know how they got on the whole relationship aspect of it. But if I'm not mistaken, she started off generally talking about women itself because what were we supposed to talk about? The topic was set on women, right? In the beginning, before it was changed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So her saying women are double-minded and then using the relation, was it her or somebody using the relationship aspect as an example, as when Saul said something about the man working 12 hours a day and then coming home, and that's when they were saying being indecisive or being double-minded, right? if you don't understand and can't fit yourself in that bubble, then I can't help you. Like I this is why I'm quiet over here. You have to be. You gotta give some level of understanding. You gotta find a common ground. Like, if you want to be a child all your life, then I don't know what to say. Like, this shit is confusing. She said what she said, and that's on her. That's her lifestyle. That's what she want to live. She could wear that jacket. I ain't wearing it with her. This ain't no double coated shit now. What the?
Yeah, I don't know.
Here so I don't get fined. You want me to say? What you want me to say? I'm here so I don't get fined.
That is fucking crazy.
Hey, facts with this house. And Nate Cat was calling Cat while she was talking. Real shit.
I was like, what is it?
I don't know what the fuck Nate talking about.
Me either. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the hell she.
Is that who pussy going off?
It ain't got no price on
it. Yo, we just let y'all talk, man, because I be breaking down the talking points that the brothers have a lot, right? Reconciling and see what the stats really amount to, et cetera, et cetera. What's actually to blame when you actually break this shit all the way down? Then y'all get up here and start proving shit right, left and right. Let's look at this.
I need to see it. I need to feel it. I don't know. It just feels better.
Perfect. Sis, what up?
You hear me?
Yeah, it was good.
This internet's kind of shaky, but something shaky. I don't know what.
Oh, we can hear you all right, though. Sis, you've been hearing it. Man. Tell the truth, sis. This is what I got you here for.
What?
What? First off, what do you like? Thug adjacent or square adjacent? And secondly, what do women like?
Oh gosh. I'm probably more thug adjacent for some reason. And I need to see it. I need to feel it. I don't know. It just feels better.
What's better about it, sis?
I mean, it's more of
you old with it too.
I know. It's more of an assertiveness. It's a feeling you get, it's like aura.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel around the more square adjacent men?
Like what's going on, I mean, they tend to just be more passive and like they listen to me. Why? Like
wait, sis, when they listen to you, how did it make you feel like when they listen?
Yeah, like there's no backbone. Go give me a soda. I'm like, he's going. Like, what are we doing?
You send them to the store?
Yeah, or do this, do that. Don't do it. No push.
And that's unappealing.
A little bit.
Damn. And the thugs, what happened if you tell them get you a soda?
I mean, they might get it, but I might have to wrestle them first or talk a little shit, Like you might be like, why you ain't get it when you was out, something like that. I need the energy.
Are you attracted to toxicity, sis? It's all.
I could be.
Let me ask you a question. More. Are you attracted to toxicity, sis?
I could be. That's like a sum. Okay, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. Sis, are you attracted to toxicity?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Is it truly rooted in safety, or is it just like the how you say, like not willing to quite how you say acquiesce to like rules and things of that nature? Like, what is it actually, sis?
It's like a combination. It's a combination of just standing on something. Like, you know, you fall for anything if you don't. Or you're right. The nice guys, you know, it's almost like a naivety there, and you're like, well, I can't. What can you do?
So
What can
sis,
you run? What can
yeah,
you control? Yeah.
like because when Jalen was like saying like he like it's hard for him to even make a decision. I don't see women seeing that as appealing.
No, it's not. It's not.
When a woman gets with a man who she think is square a little bit later in life, do you think she's settling for that man?
A little, yeah, yes.
Or do you think that what she deems valuable has changed? What do you think is more likely?
Settle.
How does she view that man if she settles for him?
It's like okay, we here, you know.
Damn. How does that manifest? Like you just with a nigga like we here, you my boyfriend or you my husband, fuck it.
You're not really trying to go outside. You just kind of chill. You kind of talk to him any kind of way. Don't really care about how he feels.
So if he's been settled for, she's more likely to be disrespectful?
Yeah. Or dismissive, or like you don't care. You're indifferent.
Do you think, sis, that a more square adjacent man, MC Heavy Tits asked this question, let me ask you, do you think that it equals passive, or he's more likely to be passive as opposed to the thug adjacent man?
You mean in comparison, is he more passive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. MC Heavy, I think it's just a more comparative thing. Not to say he's absolutely passive, but in comparison, you would see a difference. Sis, are women missing out? Because are they actually safe with the thug adjacent men?
I think so. They tend to be more assertive. Like when I saw my ex-boyfriend in college throw his roommate's TV out the window and nobody said or did anything, I'm like, oh, okay. You know, like
So sis, when he threw the TV out, you was like, that's my man right there.
I'm just looking, you know, there's like 6 other men around, you know,
What
the
they
roommate.
said?
Huh?
What they say?
Nothing. Nothing. They barely wanted to calm him down, you know.
What are the they didn't want to tell him to chill? Don't everybody speak at once.
I would like to say that seems very childlike.
What part, fool?
The entire interview. You like toxic men because you can't settle with a calm, demeanored man. You want a little spice. Is that not a child throwing a tantrum in a grocery store because they ain't getting
I had
candy?
a little bit of everything, okay? I had, and I can get a little bit of everything. So don't ever get it twisted, all right?
I'm saying all what you are.
What's up with y'all? And guess what? Sis ain't even an outlier.
No, because I said the same thing, but I know mentally, no, they can't do that for us. But physically, that's because you want to feel safe. But mentally, they're usually the most toxic. It's gonna cause you the most pain and trauma.
And what we were talking about was preference. What
Right.
makes a woman? What makes you moist? what gets your attention and what you like. Just because the motherfucker threw the TV out the window, he still had other qualities. All right. That's just that.
It's a broadcast, y'all.
Yeah, I think I remember that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tay. Okay.
That was Jalen.
I think that just kind of showed, that was my first time on, any POV, that one-on-one with you. So that kind of showed, even though I was like, I like I prefer the lame adjacents. I could tell you, I remember we had the conversation about understanding that I could see how women would feel safe and how most women would pick the thug adjacent, even though that's not my preference. But it shows that we are indecisive. We don't know what we like or what we want until we actually have it. So, I mean, that's just how it is. You don't know what you want until you figure it out and you get it, and you either want it or you don't. So, but it definitely shows that we're indecisive because we're like, yeah, maybe it could be possibly a lot of not sure, kind of words. So
Yeah, I'll add to that. I just think a lot of times when we get it collectively, we don't know what to do with it because that's not something we're trained or we're taught to like adjust to. So that man needs to give her space if he's willing to. But yeah, it's not easy to fall in line, right? When you don't know, I'm not gonna say you don't know better, but when you don't know how to manifest that in action, when you haven't had the proper guidance, it's just tough. But
Anybody? Jalen, you were saying something when Rebecca was talking?
No, that wasn't me.
What was that? I was going to talk at the same time.
Mm.
So when I'm looking at the titles, is just let them talk, right? And then we listen to complaints, but listen to the preferences, right? And when you hear the complaints, they seemingly align with the preference, right? But then it's being blamed on the men that you pick. There's majority of men are probably on the other side, right? Just in terms of being more square, the majority, right? The hood is decently small, overwhelmingly, right? It's often the minority that represents the majority, but the overwhelming amount of us are just living, getting it done. Niggas ain't in the streets, et cetera, right? And we're saying adjacent. So we're not saying that person is outside, been outside, but just the natural proclivity, people just trying to go to work and come home. But how many men are being passed up because they don't got that edge of vibration that you think you want? And how happy could you be with a nigga that just go to work, come home, go on 2 trips a year, cheap trip to wherever his parents live, and then y'all go to DR once every 2 years?
Fine, if you like them. What I think.
I don't, maybe I'm just simple because I ain't looking for no 2 trips a year and all that shit. I don't know.
Kelly, don't get all hyper focused on me just describing it.
I'm just saying, it's a lot.
I'm just wondering though. Those men, they being passed up on. I'm wondering how we missing.
we're missing it because we want more than we can bargain for. Like Des had said, we want it all. So if those men don't seem like what that preference is about having a thug adjacent, then we're like, yeah, nah. Even though that's not me, generally, if those men are getting passed up for the most part, that means that most women want those thug adjacent, regardless if it's us here on the panel. Generally speaking, it's most women.
But him, I don't think those men are shooting their shot, honestly. Like those aren't the ones outside. Those are the ones scared to say something. You know what I mean? Like I'm not disagreeing. I'm just also adding to the point where we can't count them all because most of them don't even want to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's already slim pickings, and if you're not making yourself available because you're not confident enough to step up and ask or shoot your shot, then how we even know y'all exist?
Because some of us, a lot of us as Black women, I'm gonna just be honest, we're not that approachable, and people could disagree with me. I'm okay with that. We're not approachable to those men because maybe in the past when they were in high school, they got picked on by Black women. And that's why a lot of those type of men shy away from Black women. And this is somebody who's speaking as far as I like those type of guys. So I know that's kind of how they feel, is like, we don't,
I don't disagree with that. But I was also bullied, so but I don't mind walking up to a man and shoot my shot. So I'm just saying, like, that's not an excuse. But I agree.
Yeah. It's not an excuse, but we all approach things differently too. We can't just go off of our own experience. Because I mean, I'm not like that either. I could agree and be like, I'm just like you, as far as thinking that way. But I understand outside of myself, there's people who are like, yeah, nah, we're not gonna go there and do that.
Saad, Nay, Jalen, Des.
What are we supposed to be doing? Like saying if we like thug adjacent or not?
Well, what it is I showed sis, but I had several more women I could have shown, right? To share the sentiment, essentially. And when we just let y'all talk, y'all start to prove a lot of shit right with the men be saying. So men ain't shit, and yet you choose men with a disposition, right, that will have its pros and cons, that have a lot of risk and reward, right? Mm-hmm. And then when the risk outweighs the reward, right, you pay repercussions. And now a jacket is placed on men when the truth is, I would argue that men who are probably just unassuming get looked past when that could have been a good match because of our preferences.
That man I was describing was a junior in college on a full ride scholarship for both academic and athletic. So I don't know what are you guys talking about?
Huh?
What are y'all talking about? That should have been my preference. All right.
I thought he was dead.
Who's dead?
The nigga who threw the TV out the thing.
No, he's not dead.
Oh. Well, nigga was dead.
He actually graduated just from another school after knocking another nigga out.
Yo.
And sis, that's not how it actually works, right? So I hate to expose his quote unquote full scholarship shit, but when you go to 1AA Division II schools, they take money out of a bunch of pots to make sure that person can attend. So they'll give them $5,000 in athletic scholarship, another $5,000 in an academic scholarship, another $4,000 from this pot, and then they make a grant, and now it's paid for.
So what? Why you hating?
Well, I'm just saying, don't act like the nigga was a fucking. Don't act like the nigga, but don't act like the nigga was a savant, like he had an academic scholarship because he earned one. We know good players, they'll find money to get you there.
Okay. So that's called an achievement, no?
Yeah, he played football.
All right. That's all I was saying. And he was in school throwing niggas' TVs out the window. That part.
What was his major?
Just no ghetto ass nigga off the street.
What was his major? Communication?
No.
What was his major, sis? You muted yourself.
What was his major? I don't remember.
Communication.
It probably wasn't, but you can say what you want.
I remember one dude on my team, Plumber. Plumber had just did 3 years, came home. He was 28. They gave him a scholarship too. Well, pretty good though. He played in the CFL. So
I could say a whole lot, but I will not.
I'm just saying.
I will not.
I'm just saying. So We just looking at the pickings, man. Are they slim or are we looking in the wrong places? Did we let y'all talk and y'all told us?
I guess some people are looking in the wrong places. I don't really normally date thug adjacent because I'm too much. So it's like,
say what now? Start over.
I don't do the thug adjacent. Like the last, like I've done it before. That was like the worst relationship of my life. So,
but go back to that other thing you said.
What did I say?
You said you don't do thug adjacent because you too much.
Yeah,
What
like
do you mean? You a thug, so y'all both can't be thugs. Is that what it is?
Basically, yeah.
I just let y'all talk.
Hemp, I'm a chaos cutie and I love daddies.
Hold on, Daz. I want to make sure Saad get the whole 30 seconds. I want to make sure she say everything she want to say. So I just don't want her last point to be I'm a thug. I want her to be able to expound because that's my nigga.
Like I'm just saying, like, because okay, so I don't know, like I like a lot of things. So like I have my quirkiness. So it's like I could date a quirky guy and we could get along because I can still we can still hang where it's not too much and I'm like disgusted or like turned off. Like we want to do it together because 9 out of 10, like I probably like it too. Like I could sit through Star Wars. I could sit through stuff like that. So
Let's do it. Yeah, that's like that. Get in the chest with it. One time. Time to get in the head. But buddy, roll, y'all. Look it out. Baby,
see, I didn't even know the song because I don't know. So yeah.
Saad just told us she don't like thugs because she's a thug.
I mean, I like them, but like they not my first preference. Like they not my first preference.
Go ahead, Saad. So you do like them. It's just that but you can't have two niggas thugging.
Yeah. Say no. But
wait. How you thugging and you like Star Wars and shit?
It's the perfect balance, mamas. It's the perfect balance. I'm just letting you know. If I gotta defend my nigga, I can. Like, if I gotta do that, I will. So it's like,
I mean, I got you on there. But I was just saying, like, he don't like Star Wars. He thug, but you say you thug, but you like Star Wars. I was just trying to figure out. Like,
well, it's just the perfect balance. If I could get a
wait. So you fighting for him? Is that what you're saying?
If he's not a thug and I got to, I definitely will.
Wow, please, I'll jump out the window. Please believe it.
Like, I definitely will. Like, I'm not fighting.
Why you keep doing this, Hemp?
Sis started it.
I'm gonna ride or die for my nigga. If you my nigga and we locked in, we there. So
wait. Well, I ain't saying have his back.
It's a difference in being stupid. I ain't fighting.
Right. I ain't saying have his back.
I'm not fighting no man. But
that's what
like,
I'm saying.
No, I'm not
fighting with him. Fighting for him is fighting a man, right?
If something happens and he get jumped and I gotta throw something at somebody, I will.
Well, I'm not saying defend him because that's the given, right? Especially if you're in the vicinity and you can. But fighting for him that's crazy.
Oh, I'm not fighting. No, I'm not fighting for my nigga.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
right.
no, we're not replacing people. No.
Yeah.
Stop.
I gotta clarify stuff.
Saad quite literally said, if he ain't a thug, somebody gotta defend.
Yeah, so if he's not defending it, like if he's not defending it and he needs help, I'm gonna help him. Like,
that means that you willing to scrap with a nigga.
I'm going to get busy.
Who's not though? Who's not? Who's pretending like they not though?
I'm not fighting no man. I'm not fighting no man.
If your man getting beat up, what you gonna do? Nothing.
I mean, there are other things, but I'm not gonna fight. I'm only 5'1". No, there's other things you could do, but I'm not fighting.
Has to be had. Something has
what?
to be done.
Like what? Like what, Tay? What you gonna do? He getting his ass whooped. What you gonna do?
I'm not fighting no
They said
man.
she going to pot of Trump.
What you gonna do? Tell
You
me
see what I'm saying? Nay got me, but I'm just saying I'm not fighting no man.
What,
Like
Nay?
I'm
What you gonna
5'1".
do?
That's crazy.
So do you think you could? You think you could win? Like,
I'm
If
not
they know
squaring,
it,
Rebecca,
let me
I'm
say
not
something.
squaring up with no nigga and saying I'm about to take over because this nigga.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like,
A
no,
woman,
I'm not
it
doing
ain't my
that.
place. I don't
Like,
care.
no. But if my nigga is getting beat up, like, yeah, I'm throwing something.
You
Like,
just
I
gonna
know.
have to love him
Like,
after him taking that L. And then
I am, but it's just not in me. I don't care. It's just not in me. Like, it's just not in me to just sit there and look at him get his ass beat. Like, I have to throw
okay,
something.
well, go beat his girlfriend up to replace the boyfriend.
If
His girlfriend's not
she
there.
there, then that's probably already going and taking place. But if she ain't,
Wait. Sam, does this mean you're double-minded because you got a backbone? I'm confused.
Shit. What you asking me for?
Why? Because telling the truth gets you clout. Like this is crazy. I don't like
didn't
it.
say. Why are you asking me, sis?
Cause this shit's weird. In real life, chicks.
Don't help me.
You're gonna swing.
Don't help
people
me.
swinging in real
Don't
life.
help me. Don't help me, sis. You've seen too many videos where the woman becomes a liability in those instances. Because now, if I'm getting jumped, that's one thing. But if they start beating your ass too, now I'm watching out for you. I'm already getting blindsided. Just let it happen. You know what I'm saying?
well, I've never been in that situation either. So honestly,
Saad said, if he ain't gonna do it because he ain't a thug, I'm gonna do it. That's what she said. If son,
I feel you, side. Do it.
well, I know because
Do
now
it.
you're just making it seem like I'm just about to go around beating up niggas. Like that's crazy.
no, we don't think you gonna beat up niggas. That's the problem.
I'm not about to go into no nigga and be like, yeah, my man said this is and the third. Now I'm about to whoop your ass. Like what?
But nah, this what you
Asad,
gonna do, Saad. Here's this. Oh, go ahead, Rebecca.
I'm sorry. So, Saad, if you throw something or use a weapon against a man, like he's going to retaliate to you, which puts yourself in a situation,
I understand that,
and you're okay with whatever those repercussions are.
Fortunately, I am.
Do you have kids?
I do. But like I said, this is why the men that I date, I don't be in those situations. So this is me saying what I would do in a situation that I've never been in. So
speculation.
Y'all can prosecute me all y'all want. I don't know.
But this is
when
what
your
this
emotions
is what,
run high, you will do stuff. I
Nah,
don't.
sis,
What's the
but
confusing
sis,
part of this?
Take this walk with me. Her man is already passive. There's somebody that Saad deems being disrespectful, but her man already has a disposition where he ain't bothered by it. He not about to sacrifice shit, right? He just laid, right? But the nigga talking shit to him. Fuck out of here, bitch ass nigga.
But he ain't no bitch though. Like,
Hold on. You said what you said. You said if he ain't gonna do something about it, you will. So now here's what actually manifests: is bitch ass nigga, this, that, and the third. Guess what Saad's saying? Don't talk to him like that. You ain't gonna talk. You a bitch ass nigga. Guess who gonna get their ass beat? That nigga who was trying to make it the fuck home. And Saad slapped that nigga on the back because we don't care. Like when a girl jump on your back and she be slapped, that shit don't fucking hurt. Nobody cares. And then if he beating her man ass and he decided to throw her around, she gonna look like a hula hoop in that bitch. Now they both beat up because she was wanted to be a thug. That's how that shit actually manifests.
I didn't hear her say she was gonna start some stuff. She said if he's in something, she gonna help him.
Come on, you know
I don't know who wouldn't. You don't let that nigga if you ain't gonna help him.
And that's how I feel, honestly. But I digress. At the end of the day, y'all not about to make me feel some type of way about saying what I said because I said what I said. But at the end of the day, the day got to end. So yeah.
Asad, it's no prosecution like this way. I just wanted to understand what you were saying.
I'm not just going around trying to fight niggas. That's not it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing.
I mean, but besides the point, I disagree with you. But if that's what you're gonna stand on, then I mean, I respect it. Yeah, I respect it. I completely disagree with you though. But no prosecution. I just disagree.
Yeah, we don't want, and it just and outside of, we just having fun, right? But outside of joking, don't help him, right? Don't try to get in it. Don't, when men are in a fight with each other, we don't want you to intervene, right? It generally speaking, overwhelmingly doesn't help the man that you with. You become an instant liability. You become a distraction to him. Don't get in between him. Don't try to stop him, right? Because if it's two men about to fight, you won't be able to stop them if they really want to fight, right? So if they don't fight, they're gonna make the decision not to. You getting in the middle means nothing. So just be safe. Like don't be foolish. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
Yeah, but I never had a situation where like I had to defend my man, even if he wasn't built like that. He knew he was about to be built like that in front of me. So,
huh? What else you said?
I said he was gonna be built like that in front of me, even if he wasn't built like that.
What you mean by that?
Exactly what I said. So even if he may like be scared or something, like if it's a situation and he got to stand his ground, he going to stand his ground. Like who's about to be a bitch in front of their girlfriend? Like that's crazy.
Wait, so you gonna force him? You gonna force him?
I don't force him. It's just like I just feel like that's a man by nature.
But you just said, "Oh man, let me tell you something."
So what I just said is he may not be that, but he's gonna be like that around me. Now I'm not forcing him, but as a woman, as a man, regardless if you built like that or not, you're not about to just let somebody punk you in front of your person. Like,
I've seen videos where niggas actually took off running and made chaos and left their girls behind.
Where they was
is that a majority? No, but you sitting here saying he gonna do what you want him to do in the event of
no, that's not what I'm saying. You're twisting my words. I said what I said. I'm saying once again,
I'm articulating what
even if he's not like that, the men that I date, whether they're thug adjacent or not, they're protectors. Point blank, bottom line.
But you just said if your nigga won't like that,
and if he
you
not
was gonna have to defend him. Right.
If I have to, if like I said, if the situation occur and he's getting we're not about to do this now. If he's getting his ass beat, then yeah, that's the case. I'm gonna throw something, I'm gonna do what I have to do. Like I said, he may not be a thug adjacent, but at the end of the day, y'all making passive or a thug adjacent niggas just to be bitches. That's not the case.
You didn't say that.
So at the end of the day, he may not be like that because he's with me. And he's going to be a protector. He's gonna figure it out. He's gonna find it, and he's gonna stop the situation.
So you're proving my point as to what I just said. You're gonna make.
Because I'm not making him do nothing. I'm not making him do nothing. If you're a protector,
but you just said if he's gonna be with you, he's gonna have to. So why not just get somebody that's already built with that in them?
9 out of 10, like I said, the niggas that I date, whether they're thug adjacent or not, they're protectors. So yeah.
So Nay, you don't do a good job of repeating exactly what they're saying, right? That's why it sounds like it's off. So what Saad said specifically, and I think she tried to clarify after, was if he's not built like that, he's going to be if he's with me. So what that sounds like is that you intend to change his disposition or put some level of influence on him so he reacts how you think he should react, right? That's what we were hearing. But your clarification is the men that you date protectors, regardless if they're thug adjacent or not. And they're not just going to let anybody berate them or disrespect them or disrespect you without standing up for you.
Correct.
Yeah. But the initial thing was what you opened up with, and then the clarification was that.
Yeah, no, I'm not changing nobody. I just feel like as a man, whether you're passive or thug adjacent, I feel like if you're a protector, you're going to protect by any means, whether that's win, lose, or draw.
Now, which one is it though? Is it a man, period, or a man who's protective? Because all men don't have it in them. I think it was World War. I forget which war. I think it was World War I. Sorry, pardon me, but I looked it up. So out of all the men who went to battle, only 20% of them shot their guns. Think about that.
I don't know about all, but I just know 9 to 10 the niggas that I date, they are protectors, whether they're thug adjacent or whether they're not. So it's like,
So your overarching point is men don't have to be quote unquote thug adjacent to not be a coward.
absolutely.
Okay. But it sounds like and again, we just listening to y'all talk. You know what I mean?
Well, I got ADHD, so sometimes when
you didn't say anything to I heard exactly what you said when you said it the first time.
Like I have ADHD, and y'all know that in the Discord.
It wasn't that hard.
I'm talking all around for it to make sense. So don't kill me. But that's what I was saying.
Damn. Cowabunga this motherfucker. All right, let me read these real quick. Did I read this one? This one. Jonathan with the $5 says, Nate just proved everything Des said. You said absolutely nothing. You want to respond to this?
That's all I heard.
No, that's when you was first talking, when you went from side to
everything that was being said. I heard absolutely nothing. That's why I'm on mute.
Onika Sue with the $5 says, whoever said date men, I don't gotta. I just gotta date an old, strung out, grizzly sounding single mom. Can't forget obtuse. Write that down. Ezekiel in Israel with the $2. Sis, don't miss. Aaron with the $2 says, sis, we're the TV man now. You do love toxic men. Jay Facts with Dez was saying the entire time to just own what you are as a woman and let men take over from there to lead accordingly. She did not miss. Let the men guide and lead and be what you are. You won, Des. Word up. Salute to J Facts in the building. What's the one I wanted to play?
You think I
Appreciate you. Matt P with the $2. I guess that's why men lead. This shit crazy. Good night. Granny with the $2. We out here every day getting reps. Aaron with the $2. It's annoying to approach a stink aura black woman. Granny with the $5. Time is hard for a mid-aged nigga with a Pokemon hobby. Ezekiel Ben Israel with the $5. Keep it coming, sis. You on a roll. The broke genius with the $2. She is a Mandalorian. What's that? Aaron with the $2. Sword like the Jedi's versus Sith toxic relationships. What is this? Star Wars? Oh,
yes, absolutely.
I've never seen that shit. When they had the green nigga talking backwards and being athletic and he was old, I can't watch that shit, man.
He used the force to jump really and all that.
They can't talk. I know they speak pit Latin. Ezekiel Ben Israel with the $2 says, let's go, Saw. Daily with the $2 says, take a shot, Hamp. She going to get the blick. Dre with the $2 says, get the Nina, Saw. Thank you, Queen. Onikasu with the $2 says, a real womb would take a bullet so he can fight. Jesus Christ. Granny with the $10 says, Team Side. Alexis from Texas, what up? With the $10 says, I want to reiterate, I'm not apologizing for Ish. Dez went to wife school, got reformed, and now she out here selling women our children bean pies. Granny with the $10 says, Team. Israel with the $2 says, better leave Salt alone. She battle tested. Dr. G in the building with the $5 says, the women's POV is unmatched. If there isn't a live women's POV on Friday, it's a real missed opportunity, in my opinion. I'm there regardless. Well, we got some of those ladies up there. If we keep doing these things, we'll definitely develop like a couple shows for a weekend. That'll be dope. Too many of our women are pit bulls and mini skirts. Jonathan with the $5 says, saw talking with her neck to the side. Definitely a thug lord. Enoch was popping with the $10. Said, thug adjacent versus square adjacent is an interesting topic, and the answers are something. You like what you like, but I would ask, in a relationship, are you looking for short-term or long-term qualities? I would assume long-term, right? I think his point is what's more sustainable in terms of a disposition. Mike Brown would have told us, you keep talking. As he could be, Israel would have told us, sawed a rolling 60 crip. Dre and the grind would have told us, give me a sensu bean, babes from the car. I got this. Oh, that's the shit from Dragon Ball Z, right? Yeah. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Keep talking, man. Let me show y'all this. This is the last thing I got for y'all. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
Is way top tier. Your dick is not equal to my fucking pussy. Point blank.
His dick ain't equal to your fucking bills neither.
God damn. Look, at the end of the day, I ain't
Them bills got your name on it. They don't have his dick name on it.
At the end of the day, I ain't fucking no broke ass nigga. Do what you want with your pussy.
Yeah, you don't have to fuck no broke ass nigga.
Straight up.
Look, you can fuck a nigga that ain't broke. That's not a problem. But just because he ain't paying your bills, don't mean he fucking broke. That mean it ain't his goddamn responsibility. Your bills got your name on it. It don't have his dick name on it.
Okay, you're right. I land my plane. This pussy got a price tag on it. Just
Wait,
so everybody
wait,
knows.
Kelly, your pussy got a price tag on it. Sound like a goddamn toot.
And it's high. So if you're on the tax bracket, then it's okay. It don't matter. Shit.
Hold on. So
pussy for the hottest bitter. That's what it sound like.
Kelly, on the other side, if he offered, he ain't living there. But y'all doing y'all thing, he appreciate it. He appreciate the good stuff that you got over there.
Y'all have really disturbed the good brother Hampton. Hampton is over there disturbed. Look at him.
Look, the two sexy motherfuckers is over here going back and forth.
If he pays the bill voluntarily, then what you gonna be like? Oh, well, these are my bills. Don't be paying no bill.
You goddamn right.
My shit is way top tier. Your dick is not equal to my fucking pussy. Point blank.
His dick ain't equal to your fucking bills neither.
God damn. Look, at the end of the day, I ain't
them bills got your name on it. They don't have his dick name on it.
At the end of the day, I ain't fucking no broke ass nigga. Do what you want with your pussy.
Yeah, you don't have to fuck no broke ass nigga.
Straight up.
Look, you can fuck a nigga that ain't broke. That's not a problem. But just because he ain't paying your bills, don't mean he fucking broke. That mean it ain't his goddamn responsibility. Your bills got your name on it. It don't have his dick name on it.
Okay, you're right. I land my plane. This pussy got a price tag on it.
Wait,
so everybody knows.
Kelly, your pussy got a price tag on it. Sound like a goddamn toot.
So this video here has 100,000 views and 4,821 likes. Just let y'all talk. I just want to confirm. I'll let y'all talk. Look at me. Look at me.
And it's high. So if you're on the tax bracket, then it's okay. It don't matter. Shit.
Hold on. So
pussy for the hottest bitter. That's what it sound like.
Kelly, on the other side, if he offered, he ain't living there. But y'all doing y'all thing. He appreciate it. He appreciate the good stuff that you got over there.
Y'all have really disturbed the good brother Hampton. Hampton is over there disturbed. Look at him.
Look, the two sexy motherfuckers is over here going back and forth.
If he pays the bill voluntarily,
I ain't say nothing. Just let y'all talk.
I like to say this. I make $136,000 a year.
Why you say
that? No, I need to say this, Hamp, because people think that I need to sell pussy to get my bills paid. Okay. And I dropped this in the Discord.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit.
$11,000, $15,000, $20,000. I never need a nigga to pay my bills, and I'm damn sure I ain't giving up this good pussy for a nigga to pay it. Let's just keep that shit a buck. But I'm not messing with no broken nigga, no broke ass nigga, or no nigga that can't match my energy. So all y'all niggas talking in the chat, oh, she need to get her bills paid. Never. Could never, would never.
But what you selling it for? These words came out of your mouth.
Who said I
You
was selling
said
it? I
it.
said I'm not fucking a broke ass nigga. That's what I said.
No,
I'm
you
selling
said the
shit.
price is high. You said it's
The
high.
price is high because you have to match $130,000. That's why
So
it's
that's
high.
the price. So if they can pay for that at that price that you put
And you
on
tell
it,
me
I'm
any of these
asking a
niggas in the
question.
chat that can match it. You tell me.
You
Do
said
you
what?
know a nigga that make $136,000 a year?
Absolutely.
Right now?
Absolutely.
You do?
Absolutely.
Do you think
you
wait,
want
wait,
his
wait. Do you
number?
think no wait.
You want his number?
Do you think he fucks with broken women? Do you think he fucks with bum bitches?
I don't know, but it sounds like from
The
clip,
answer is
and I
no.
think-
The answer is no. The answer
I
is
said
no.
I don't know because I
Why are you
wouldn't know.
in your feelings? Why are you being
No, I'm not
Let,
in my
let's
feelings.
just finish,
No.
Nick.
But you said it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who you mad at.
I
You
did
gotta be
say
mad
it.
at yourself.
I did say it. And the same way a six-figure nigga ain't gonna fuck with no project bitch is the same way my six-figure ass ain't gonna fuck with no project ass nigga.
So that's how you meant
a
it.
broke ass nigga.
That's what you meant. Okay.
Thank you.
Well, the only thing is that all I was saying was that he doesn't have to pay your bills to prove that he can take care of you. That's all. That was my only point.
No, you call me a prostitute. You said that I sell my pussy. You used to call me a prostitute.
No, I said your pussy having a price tag on it sound like a tut.
Okay.
Sounds like a
So
tut.
that
It sounds
calling
like
me a
something.
prostitute. And
No,
then when I
it's not.
said I make $136,000 and I'm not fucking with no broke ass bum ass nigga, then the conversation changed. The same way these niggas ain't gonna, same way a six-figure nigga ain't gonna fuck with no bitch from the P's is the same way I'm a bitch that's not gonna fuck with no nigga from the P's.
Yes, they do. They said they want.
We're
these
not
women from
aligned.
McDonald's.
And he's not marrying her. He's not marrying her.
Yes, they
He's
are.
not
They call
marrying
them
her.
trophy wives.
That's fine. That's
They
fine
call
if
them
you're not
trophy wives.
aligned.
A trophy wife ain't from the P's eating top ramen
No.
and got dirty
All she gotta
sandals.
be is pretty. You never heard that? You done heard everything else. You got all the talking points. You never heard that they get them out of Mickey D's or wherever, Taco Bell, if they're pretty enough. Never heard that before. If they're pretty enough, they'll wife her.
You're right.
That's a fact. That's what they say.
Can you pull that up though? Can you pull that up?
Yep, he got the clips. I don't want him. He got the clips. I don't got
Pull up a female that got wife from the P's that had a six-figure nigga.
What
Make
it
quarter
is is-
mil.
This is the.
wives have
Let me share the
jobs.
sentiment. Let me share the sentiment, sis. So there's what essentially the sentiment has been is if she's fit, submissive, friendly, and these operational for all intents and purposes, right? Like not dumb as fuck, essentially. If she can do those, if she has those other qualities, she could be working at a Mickey D's, and a man that has means just needs her to do those things, right? Be fit, feminine, friendly, be able to cook, provide sex, and be a peaceful woman. A man will take her because we don't need her earnings. The earnings don't matter as much. So that's the sentiment.
Okay,
So
and I
Sis is
understand
accurate
that.
in what he's saying.
No, I get that. But women are hypergamous, not men. So if I want a man that's equal or more than me, that means that I want to be the hypergamous one. I'm not here to bring up no nigga. I'm not here to build a nigga. A nigga should come already equipped and prepared. And that's why I said I'm not messing with nobody broke.
Des, I got a question.
You're still missing the
I'm sorry.
point in that he doesn't have to pay any of your bills in order to demonstrate that.
And I just clarified that he needs to match what I do. And that means he can't be broke, i.e. 136 thou wow or more.
Okay.
Or like I said in the Discord, if you make less than me, that means you're bringing other provisions to me. Meaning you're not getting this box without proving to me why you deserve it. And a lot of women out here just giving up the box because they're horny. And for less than. I know several females that fuck for Battleship. I know several females that fuck for Netflix and chill. I know several
it's
females that
supposed
fuck
to
for a
be that
burger.
if you want him to have it, you give it to him, not because he paid one of your bills first.
And I
the
said
whole
I don't
point.
do casual sex.
And the whole point, it doesn't matter if it's casual or not, the principle still applies. Now, the whole point is that he doesn't have to demonstrate that he can take care of you by paying one of your bills. That's the only point that I was making the whole time. I said just because he's not paying your bills doesn't mean that he's broke. It means that it's not his responsibility to do so. That's it.
Okay, so who's winning? Who's winning? The female that gets fucked for Battleship or the female that gets all her bills paid? The homosexual or the prostitute? Who wins?
And
The
then
man.
after
The man wins.
Exactly.
Rebecca had a question.
Right, but both are still sitting there alone with a wet ass with some wet ass draws and no nigga.
Get paid for it. That's
She
what
said the man wins. She said that's what she's saying. The man wins.
That means he's not getting nothing from me because I don't win. I don't win.
Rebecca had a question too.
He got to pay for it for a woman to
Hold
win.
on, because Rebecca not gonna jump in
Okay,
per se.
okay.
Rebecca, go ahead. What was the question?
Yes, I just have a question for you. A lot of and I'm gonna say it again. A lot of the things that you have said, I agree with. Hearing that when I watched that live, I was kind of taken aback because I was like, this sounds like we are kind of being like it's okay to be. It did sound like prostitution. I'm gonna just say it that way. That's what it sounds like, regardless of like your intent behind it. And I can understand like the intent might have been like, I'm not a prostitute. I'm just saying that I'm not gonna mess with a broke guy or whatever the case may be. But it definitely sounds like prostitution. And that's kind of what it's given. And then it's also something that's like, okay, so this is how women are. And so the men are going to take that and run with it. And so it's about what it sounds like and understanding that the man that you want to attract, do you think that's going to attract him is my question to you.
I don't have to attract anything. Right? I'm saying if a man wants to pursue me, he has to have his shit together. I'm not hurting for no dick. I'm not hurting for my bills to get paid. I don't even engage in casual sex. But for the women who do engage in casual sex and get nothing out of it but a nigga jackrabbiting in them for 3 minutes and don't probably even come and get pat on their ass and send their way, you're losing. You are losing.
And I understand that part.
Exactly. So
I'm sorry.
if you're going to go ahead.
I'm sorry. I understand that part, but my question is, you went to wife school because you want to intend to be a wife, correct?
Nope. Went to wife school for character development and not to be combative.
Okay. So you don't intend on getting married again?
It's not in the cards for me today or tomorrow.
All right, then it rests. I don't have no other questions.
Now, go ahead, Jalen. You had unmuted. You want to go?
Nope. I'm good.
So let me ask y'all. We just let y'all talk. So, does a man's money matter? Generally, to most women.
Yes, to most women it does.
Have we heard Dana say, if he ain't making 97,000 like I'm making, I ain't fucking with him?
Yes.
Tay?
Yes.
Tay?
Yeah, no, we've talked about that in the past.
Mm-hmm. Are you dating a man that's making substantially less? Let's say, I say 30,000. I think 20,000 is on the cusp. So if I'm making 100 and she making 80, that's pretty, But if I'm making 100, she making 60. I think that disparity will show itself in lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when Des says, this pussy got a price tag, it's said in hyperbole, but how far is it from the truth?
You asking me specifically?
You and anybody. Yeah.
Well, I hate that it sounds very prostitutish, but I think in essence the point is you don't want anybody who's not bringing something to the table. But because we're wrapping sex in that and putting the words "my pussy got a price tag" out in the atmosphere, that really gives a lot of negative connotation to it. But essentially, yes, we do want people to walk this life with us. I don't really think everybody was saying they have to make a certain amount, but I know my personal preference is that you can take care of yourself at minimum, because if we're going to join our lives, you need to make sure you can sustain yourself. If I know I can sustain mine, but overwhelmingly, yeah, like that matters. It's a big deal for us.
Okay. So let me ask you, if her ask is for you to make 136 or better, is that unrealistic?
Yes, because I don't really think men are making that. I mean,
Yeah,
majority.
yeah, I agree. Sorry, I asked the wrong question. Is she within her right to say at least match me, I guess? Or do you think she should accept the $60,000 salary nigga?
Well, no, she's within her right to say that, because that's how she wants her life to be. Now, if you're thinking about the one pot, it's all going in the same place anyway, and whoever's managing finances manages it. So it doesn't matter about that disparity, right? But no, like she's well within her rights.
It's crazy.
I feel like
crazy. Love said if she make more, she get the big piece of chicken.
I remember that.
So it's just funny, like a lot of men's value, substance, respect is seemingly tied, to their income.
Yeah, I mean, I would disagree with Love on that. Just because he make less than you, don't mean he get the smaller piece of chicken and you get the bigger piece of chicken, just based off of the income. That's not how that works.
Yeah, I think she's an outlier. Like that's an outlier situation.
You think Love is an outlier?
Yeah.
Well, for that particular response, yes.
Yeah.
That I feel like most women would give the man the bigger piece of chicken, like without a problem.
It's less about the chicken and more about the hierarchy,
or like the respect, right? Like
yeah. So what happened is if a man is making less than his woman and she's paying the majority of his bills, seemingly the hierarchy is in question.
But it shouldn't be, and that's the point.
But I guess the question would be on the table is, do you think that it is in modern days time? Which is why the term partner has become so prevalent.
Yeah, that's why we so fucked up.
But I'm asking, like, what y'all think when we just mind it through?
Just to add, though, for clarity, she said that her ex, who was making less, was feeling insecure about her making more money. So there was probably some challenges, behavioral challenges that came along with that on his end.
Yeah, the hierarchy definitely wavers. It seems like modern. If women are making more, then it's no longer like the man is the head of the household. It'll be like said, but in application, they're not treated like the head of the household.
Well, I'm saying if he's feeling insecure about that, then that's your job to fill in that gap and, reassure that he is the head of the household by, what I'm saying, treating him as such. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that just off GP, you automatically assume leadership of the household just because of your income.
Do you think that the majority of women tie that man's hierarchy and respect to how much money he pulling in?
Yes, and I think that's a big problem across the board with people valuing valuing money over everything.
But what we're looking at is what is happening, right? What should happen and what is happening both exist, right? But we're looking at what the sentiment. Saad, do you think that's the sentiment? If she making more, is he automatically assumed to be the head of the household, or do you think that that's in question?
No, I think that's assumed.
What?
That if he's making more than he's what was
she's making more. She's making more.
Oh no, I don't.
You think that's in question, the leadership and all that?
What are you asking me? I'm getting confused.
So I've been saying it, right? So you gotta make sure you're walking with me the entire time. So she's making more than him. Is his leadership in question for the majority of women?
For the majority of women, yeah. I feel like it would be in question because I do feel like a lot of women do feel like if they make more money, then they the head of the household. I've seen it done with my brother. So
okay. Nay, do you agree or disagree? Women's disposition? It's a broadcast. It's a broadcast.
I know him. I can't. I don't know.
The minority of women. What do you think?
A minority.
Of women tie his hierarchy to his money?
Yep. Oh no, majority.
Okay. Jalen, what you think?
Majority.
Uh-huh. And so now, if you ain't making 136 or better, I ain't fucking with you. Is it because she being realistic about the fact that women say if you ain't making what I'm making or more, then my respect level drops? Anybody?
That wasn't even the argument.
That's what we're talking about.
Wait,
Cal, you
say
keep going
that
back
one
to
more
that.
time.
Just
Say that
just
now.
mute for a second. Because you keep going back to that part. I'm talking about this right here, what she just presented once the clarification happened. So now, if she's saying I make 136, my nigga, if you don't make 136 or better, I can't fuck with you because I know how I see a nigga that make less than me and I'm more likely to disrespect them. Doesn't make sense if you saying the majority of women think like this.
So if the majority of the women think like that and they have that train of thought, then yeah, it would make sense.
And y'all just said the majority of women think like this.
Because that's the bar. If that's the bar, that's the bar she sets for herself, right? So that I expect to be taken care of from at least this point.
Mm-hmm.
And so if he's your provider, then that's her expectation for him to at least meet her where she is.
So do any of y'all feel like that? And I'm saying feel.
I personally don't, because I've dated.
I'm about to say I don't feel like that either. Like I'm like money is vanity to me. So
okay.
I'm gonna break it down, right? Why I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. Money's not everything to me, but I also know I have baggage that comes behind me. So I don't care how much I make. If that man ain't got no baggage that come behind him, guess what? The girl behind me that make just the same as I do or more, and she ain't got that behind her, he going for her.
Okay, you saying you don't got that leg to stand on because you got enough baggage that he need to deal with.
I'm a baby mama.
Okay. Jalen?
What?
His money matter? Like, you know what I mean? Like if you making 100, he got to be making at least 80, 90, 100, 110?
He can make less.
Considerably less? Can he make 48 like the average?
I believe in one pot. It's all going in one place.
No, I get it. I definitely pour shit into a bucket before. I remember I was doing this thing with the linebackers, and we kept dumping shit in, and we had to fill it up. And you know what I said? The fuck are y'all niggas doing? Every time I come to this bitch, ain't no sand in here until I get over here and pour some shit in here. So I know that how people feel, like as long as we filling it up. But if a motherfucker ain't filling it up in the same way, niggas start feeling some type of way. I've seen that happen. You see, y'all niggas ever watch Survivor? You ever see a motherfucker, nigga, what you? I'm over here. So I hear it. I'm just thinking through it. Lex, what you think? He got to make more than you or what?
Howdy, y'all. I think in a relationship, and I don't want to be like all super analytical, but based on the cost of living and things like that, I don't think he needs to make more than me where I stay, but he needs to be able to make enough to where on his own he can handle. You know,
so if you making 100 and he making 40, as long as he live in a 1-bedroom studio and he can feed himself, you good.
Well, I'm thinking if we're in a relationship, and I'm thinking also if we're together or living together, and I'm thinking we're gonna be going 50-50, like long as you able to cover yours, then and we still making the boat go, then I really don't have
well, the only thing is if he making 40, you making 80, y'all splitting the bills 50-50, there is a disparity, right? And he's losing essentially. So now you leave him indigent. So what would be more likely if you make 20% more than him, then you would pay 20% more of the bills. Then the disparity would be even.
And I've been in that situation where
Would you do that?
And I was about to say I've been in that situation where I have been making more, and I did restructure the bills because he had to add an expense.
How'd you feel?
I didn't feel no way because I'm not on money like that. And because we're a partnership, I didn't feel no way about it because I felt that was dumb. Like almost like you said, like I'm making a little more. Why would I put that stress on you? And then he compensated in other ways as far as in the
To make
relationship.
up for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So, but y'all believe that aside from this panel, I guess, that the majority of women, if you ain't matching that bread, he gonna have an issue. So for those women, if they said my pussy got a price tag, they be wrong.
But we didn't say that, so
I said that y'all didn't say that, so I'm asking about the majority of women.
That because we didn't say that. Only
No,
one
I said
person
I know the panel is not in agreement. So the panel is the minority. What I'm asking about is the majority that y'all put the jacket on and said that the money matters, and if he making less, they're gonna have a problem. So I'm just asking, is there a price tag attached to those women?
I initially disagreed with Des, but like now that you cleared it up, I definitely respect that, and I would agree like that would be a problem. So like again, and you're right. So yeah, I disagreed with you initially, but I understand what you mean. So
What would be a problem if he's making less than you?
For a majority of women, sis.
First of all, you want your partner to come bring something to the table. That's
what he's saying.
That's even being questioned. So that's exactly. So if that's understood and that don't got to be explained, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about when Des articulated, if you're having casual sex and you ain't getting no money for it, then you're losing as the woman. Why don't we talk about that? How much does that cost? Des, how much should we put on the casual sex? How much should we sell it for?
That was Callie was going back to.
I understand, but how
So
much?
We done with that part.
That's the real topic.
Well, we're done with this part. So let's go. So y'all want to go to that part?
Yeah,
that's a regular expectation.
Let me baseline it. Let me baseline it, sis. Let me baseline it, and then we can go into it. So now, if a nigga getting pussy and he ain't at least paying a phone bill, that's the part that y'all take the most umbrage with. Go ahead, sis.
Yeah. How much should we get? How much should we sell it for if you're not in a committed relationship with somebody? How much should it be?
James in the chat, tell them what umbrage mean, because I know they be getting confused by my expanded vocabulary. Go ahead, sis.
You're so smart. How much should we sell it for? What price should we put on it if we're not in a committed relationship? If we engage in sexual activities. But my own price choice.
That's your choice. You shouldn't be having casual sex at all, period, biblically or otherwise.
I said
because once upon a time, if a man consummated with you, y'all was married. And he took responsibility for you. And that's what I've been stressing this entire time. If a nigga gonna fuck on you, he needs to be responsible for you. He jackrabbits in you for 3 minutes. He comes, you probably don't even orgasm. You just caught a body. You just caught a body unnecessarily. And you didn't even get satisfied. How many women actually orgasm during sex? And you're telling me you meet a one-off. Wait. You telling me you meet a one-off nigga on a one-night stand shit and he made you come? He don't even know your body. So why are you giving up your box? You lose.
Wait. You only virgins. Ain't no virgins on this panel. And
exactly.
And nobody was married before they had sex. So nobody should be talking with that much energy. First and foremost.
No, you could stop making the same mistake though.
Yes, you can.
You can stop making the same mistake.
Yes,
so
yes, we all can.
The mistake is not getting my bills paid. That's a mistake.
I think we're focusing.
Responsibility for you.
He was talking about man not taking
responsibility.
Responsibility should be marriage, not my bills being paid. But
exactly,
no,
but responsibility is an umbrella.
Rebecca had a question.
I think we're focusing a lot on like the whole bills being paid portion of what Des is saying. But the reality is, and the reason why I say I disagree with how she's saying it, but we can all agree with a man has to be able to sustain himself if he wants to be in a relationship with us. So we do care about the money, regardless of how much the amount is. I know Hamp threw out a few amounts, but in general, we do care. We care about what, you know, the men that we're going to be in a relationship with makes, so that we're able to have abundance in our family and be able to do the things that we want to do, because none of us are going to live in a studio apartment with kids and a man, like unless that's what we're going to do. But again, I disagree with how Des said it because of how it feels to me personally, but I can understand what she means by that aspect of the man has to be making blah 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 blah. This, you know,
Yeah,
that has a price tag.
But that's what
So-
I said. I said you don't have to be fucking no broke ass nigga.
Right.
And then I said that he can show you that he can take care of you by taking care of himself well.
Right.
That's
right.
also what I said.
But you don't have to give up your box before he shows you that. You don't have to fuck him before he shows you that. Right or wrong, Cal.
Anybody on here to reiterate
right.
that.
But what
That
I
ain't-
was saying was that just because he's not paying your bills doesn't mean that he can't do that. That's all that I was saying. He can
So-
demonstrate that in other ways, not by
And
paying
so
your
I got a
bills,
question.
and he doesn't live there. You
So
guys
what
don't live
Des-
together. If you
Okay, my
want
bad.
him to, if you want him to cover you, you go move in with him and let him take responsibility for you, not pay your bills, living in separate residences and all of that. You not half-assed.
Now, speaking of covering, cover that shoulder. Go ahead, Nick.
My shoulder
So
is covered.
my question to Des is to what you just said, right?
Allie. Yeah, here you go. Go ahead, Nick.
To what you just said, right? About the man paying the bills and you ain't got to give it up, right? Majority or minority of women are waiting for a man to pay her bills to let him fuck on her.
I'm sorry, repeat the question.
You said the man has to pay the bills, or he should be paying your bills if he's fucking on you, right?
I
And you
said he should be
also-
putting
you
something
also-
on a phone bill or taking you out on dates or something like that. I never said he's supposed to be paying your rent. Run that back where I said he's supposed to pay your rent.
Bill. I didn't say rent. I said a bill.
Okay.
That's her point, though, Nick.
Thank
okay,
you.
and I'm getting to asking my question.
Okay.
So, back to what I was saying. How many, let's be realistic, how many women are telling niggas they need to do what you said before giving them some pussy?
They're not, because y'all are hornballs and y'all can't
Bro,
control
it's
your
crazy.
pussy. You have
As if
poor
you did
pussy
not just get out of
management.
a whole relationship with a nigga that was fucking you and also declined marriage. So you keep saying y'all, say us, we.
Okay.
As
No,
women.
Hang on. The demonstration of poor pussy management was saying that he has to be able to take care of you because you might get
We
pregnant
gave up ass.
just
I gave
because
up
you
ass
fuck raw.
for my bills. You're right. I
no.
gave up ass for my bills to be paid. Let me tell you why. He paid for a $40,000 rental home. He invested in my business. I have a cash app right now that says $34,000 from this man. And guess what?
Let us
I
see
didn't have to
that
worry about
cash
shit.
app. Let us see that cash app. Derek. Cover. Hold on. Cover his name. Cover. No. Bring it down. Hold
on.
Cover his name. Cover his name.
Let me do this.
Hold
because
on,
I got,
but-
Just use that.
Wait.
Use that.
Hold on.
The thumb.
No, his name not in it. His name not in it.
Oh, all right.
What did I say? Sent 19,000, received 34,000. Right there. 202 transactions. That's not Zelle. That's just Cash
but
App.
that's 202 transactions amounting in 19 grand.
Yeah, I sent 19 grand and I sent 19 grand to him and I received 34,000. Right there. Black and white. No Photoshop, no nothing. So for all you niggas that trying to talk me down on my price, nigga, it's been paid for. Thank you.
Perfect. Was that somebody that you're married to right now?
No, hell no. We ain't married. We were dating. We were dating.
Price tag,
Oh,
Alexis.
so-
That's why she's saying that. She put a price on it.
Because I know. Because I know.
You know it's worth. You know
So
what it's
y'all was
worth.
dating and you was sending each other money and you was having sex with him too.
And we lived under one roof.
Hold on,
And
no,
he paid
but y'all,
every
hold
bill.
on, hold on. Okay,
ahead.
but were y'all
What's the
married?
fucking argument?
No,
I
we were
already
not
said-
married.
Man, Dad, you get on my goddamn nerves.
What are we saying opposite of what I said? That I don't have a problem with it, or I don't see any prostitution with it if you guys are under the same roof. You just said you guys were under the
No.
same roof and he's
No,
paying
we
bills.
were on the same,
Like,
but before we were under the
fuck.
same roof, he was sending me cash apps. We were together.
Yeah.
We were
He
dating.
was
He was
saying
helping me with my
outside of
rent.
that, it don't even
Outside of
matter.
that.
She's saying that women don't get what men get from sex generally, so therefore you should get something in return other than just the penis, right? But I guess my question is, how many men have y'all sexed under just a text, a talk, and he was able to come over and get some cheeks, or did he have to take you out before getting some cheeks, or were y'all just getting called up and fucking?
Yeah, he had to demonstrate his care for me in other ways, and it wasn't by paying my bills.
Was it taking you out?
That was part of it, absolutely.
You got a cost to it?
Yeah, what, dinner and a movie? What, $200?
Well, a phone bill is $100.
Right, but that's not a requirement because $200 is not his whole total. You know what I'm saying? I went on ahead, I paid a tip, I buy the snacks for the movie, he paid for the tickets. I mean,
So what's the 200? You said 200. So how much did he actually pay?
how much were tickets back then? Shit.
So now the nigga ain't paid nothing. But even if you,
No, I didn't say he didn't pay anything. I just
talking
said how many.
She's
Go
talking
ahead,
about
sis.
regular dating. Yeah, she's talking about Callie talking about regular dating. Dad
Okay.
is talking about getting to the bag, selling the pussy for some money in exchange. Okay? That's two different things.
sis, let me ask you a question.
I learned something
Can
today.
he just Netflix and chill with you, or do he got to at least take you to Mexico?
What do you mean?
Mexico.
Do he got to Netflix and chill with you, or do
We were friends.
Hey sis, let me ask you a question. How long you made that nigga wait? I
Very
forgot.
long time.
How long was it?
Years. We were friends.
Tell us how long it was. You said it a year ago. Don't make me pull up the clip.
We're still friends, though.
How long you made him wait, sis? How many years?
I just didn't want to give him any.
How many years was it, sis?
Like 13.
13 years, right? And where'd he take you?
It doesn't even matter.
Where did he hold on, sis? Where did he take you, sis?
I see what you try to do.
Don't make me pull up the clip, sis.
I'm leaving. Don't pull up any more clips.
So where did he take you, sis?
Again. Don't bring up any more clips. I'm out. Bye.
Des, I have another question for you. As far as like you're saying, like, you know, you had this guy that was under your roof, and everything like that, or y'all roof, or the home that you guys had together. Why not keep him if that was, I'm gonna assume he was the type of man that you were looking for as far as being able to provide?
At the time we broke up, we're actually back together. We broke up because I wanted to be married immediately, like tomorrow. When we broke up, I was insatiable, which is why I can speak to being insatiable. We're actively now back together because it ain't shit outside. So I'd rather be more patient with him than know that he can provide than to try to with one of these niggas trying to talk me down on my price. That's it. And also, Hamp, I read a comment under that viral ass post, right? This gentleman said, never mind the dinners, nails, hair, phone, rent, bills, wedding, alimony, child support, vacations, insurance, gas money, presents, B-days, anniversaries, just because I love you dates, but I never pay for the pussy. Y'all niggas is whack. Y'all always pay for the pussy. More of the story is one way or another, you pay for it. So
Yeah,
the same way these clowns is telling me that, oh, I ain't worth it, I ain't cute, whatever the case may be, one way or another, nigga, you pay for some pussy. Niggas been paying for pussy since elementary school when they was giving up their lunch tray to the bitch that they liked.
Yeah, I think we generally understand that even though we may deem sex as an equal exchange, by definition it is, right? But I think in the world, societal standards say that it isn't. right? Oftentimes men have to do more than just give dick. We usually have to leave an impression so we don't fuck it up so we can get the pussy, whether it be a dinner and a movie or whatever the case is. So what the price point is varies, but I've heard that sentiment be shared before. But I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, dates don't count. Okay.
Oh,
They
dates
don't.
don't count?
No, it doesn't. Dates don't count because he's actually there enjoying himself as well. He's also being able to share in the what this money is getting. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That doesn't count.
Oh, no,
But
no. Okay.
he does not benefit at all
That's
in
wrong, Callie.
whatsoever by paying your fucking bills or
That might
getting your
okay,
hair done
that's
or getting
incorrect.
your nails done.
That's
There's
incorrect.
there's nothing.
Okay, I
Okay.
see. You should, well,
Mhm.
yeah. So if a man could skip the date and just fuck, he would. So I'm not gonna say if she's like, I know you had a date plan, but let's go to the house instead. I'm not gonna be like, no, I was really looking forward to going to Roof Chris. No, I'm gonna say less. We get Chinese food. I'm over there.
True, but he's also eating Chinese food.
I added the Chinese food for comic relief, right?
Yeah, but I'm
But
saying he's
the
also
point
he's
is, well, I mean, because that see now y'all because don't be because it so you know what I'm saying, right? The whole date he planned for a week. If you say just come to the crib, it's lit. Because the reason why he doing all that is so he can get access. After he get access, if the pussy is what he wanted to be, you might have other options, right? But
right.
if the pussy is trash, all that other lovey-dovey shit probably ain't gonna happen, most likely, right? And so I think
Mhm.
that's the substance of the point. Go ahead.
Yeah. He's still eating the food. He's still watching the movie with money that is paid for the date. So that's my stance. Paying your own bills at your own crib, that is your responsibility. That is not his. And just because he's not does not mean that he's broke. I have no problem with anyone having a preference as far as what dollar amount they would like their partner to make or their potential mate to make. That was never my point. I said in the clip, you don't
Yeah,
have
you
to be fucking
clarified
no
that
broke
point.
nigga. But
Yeah.
at the same time, just because he's not does not automatically mean that he's broke. And he can show you in other ways that he can take care of you by taking care of himself well. And if we want to talk about poor pussy management would be relying on somebody to be able to pay your bills and get your nails done and not even think about the fact that you're fucking this nigga raw and you're not on birth control and you can't prevent yourself from getting pregnant. That was the issue that I had as well.
Mm-hmm. You know one thing about the dates, Callie, reconcile this for me. Why are you not just going Dutch?
I don't have a problem with paying on. I don't believe that there's anything wrong with that.
No. I'm saying like, why are you just paying for snacks? Why are you not going Dutch? Why is it not? I'm gonna pay 100, you pay 100.
Because it ends up being the same anyway. After you pay for the movie tickets,
That's
the price of the
disingenuous
snacks for both
response.
people is the same thing.
That's a disingenuous response, right? So
Well,
even
I
like
mean,
when
you
you
can say
said,
that,
well,
but that's the
initially
reality of the situation, though.
just remember, initially you said that he would pay, you would leave the tip, right? So quite
Mhm.
literally, we understand that the tip is generally 20% of the bill, right? So we literally know that's not even. So I guess what I'm asking is, right? Why the disparity? Why are you only expecting to pay the tip and not the entire bill?
No, I'm not expecting to pay the tip.
Oh,
Like, I
yeah, the
don't.
courtesy you pay the tip.
Yeah, I offer. You want me to leave a tip? Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
but so you're leaving 20 off $100 bill. Why not just go Dutch if this is the ideology?
Then that's not a problem.
No, I'm saying that why is it not the suggestion? Why are you not saying, hey, the bill's 100, I got 60, and you put 60 so that so that it is what you're saying it is? Because it sounds like you actually have an expectation in disparity, right? Because he needs to make you feel some type of way.
No, because there's also dates that I pay for as well. I don't do the tit for tat thing. We want to go out, I go ahead and I pay for this date. We want to go out again, he may go ahead and he pay for that date. I don't do the tit for tat thing. Some dates I pay for, some dates he pays for. It is what it is. But we were talking specifically about the man paying, so that's why I said I still put in on the date.
Okay.
I will leave the tip.
That makes sense. So first date, you definitely going Dutch, or you paying for that one?
If I ask him out, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. You don't reconcile, but the answers are convenient.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
like,
you just asked me about me, so
yeah,
that's
well,
what
we
you
saying
get.
because if he asked you out, if your aunt had a dick, she'd be uncle, right? And so we speak. It's easy for us to speak anecdotally for things we can't prove, but we've been out in the earth and we have friends that actually date and been living, and then we answer as though we don't know what's actually happened and usually happens, and we act like we don't know the realistic expectations of societal standards.
Well, you asked me about me.
Well, I know, but I be forgetting, like, we've been on YouTube so long, we got our drawers on the outside of our pants, but in actuality, we understand how we actually operate. So I'm looking at a first date, and you saying a man that has you pay on the first date because you asked them all of a sudden that you're gonna see that man in the same way. I just don't think it's a genuine sentiment, because we understand what actually happens most often in the earth.
But you're talking to somebody who will shoot her shot, so.
Got you. Li with the 10 ounces. Hey, I need to hire old girl to be my security. LOL. Salute to the panel. Y'all ladies agree. Beautiful as always. Aaron with the 2 ounces. It's a lot of touch in our community too. That touch shit. I can't see. Onikasu with the 5 ounces. Broke the last nigga who made the mistake of paying. So, I mean, that's a good sign to run. Also, every woman says it's good, so can't confirm. Mike Brown with tells us how long you made over 100K. Des, you want to answer this?
I've been making over 100K in the last 2 years.
Jonathan with the $5 says, Des, you talking? What was the Callie? Do you remember the high value man thing? Didn't Kevin Samuels say you had to make it for 5 years straight or something like that? Does anybody remember? You on mute?
Yeah, I believe it was 5 years. It's like 5 or 6 years, something like that.
Yeah. Jonathan with the $5 says, Des, you talking wild like your money make you. You don't qualify off the Kendrick can. Just keep it in the buck. Des, the Kendrick can?
No, I'll be in Atlanta, so y'all can see how I lemon pepper stepper. It's all right. Meet you in Atlanta.
No, he won't be there. That's my man. He won't be there.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Look, respectfully, Rebecca, not to just like, look, lemon pepper.
No, you
stepper.
good. You good.
They comment. You can talk your shit, right? Rebecca, no, he really ain't saying.
Nah, you can talk. Like, I don't want you to feel like you can't say nothing to him. I just want to let you know we won't be in Atlanta. So hopefully next meetup we can meet you. You know.
Yeah, DC. A lot with the 10 ounces. FYI, it's a lot of women that make 200,000 and sell it that be their only means of money. Miss Des,
I have an offer letter.
As always, struggle up with the $2 says stand in your truth, Des. J Facts for the $10 says I'd rather a woman matching me than a woman making less. Y'all can keep the broke ones. I like gifts and shit too. Ezekiel Ben Israel with the $2 says likes are low. Lock the door. Mr. Fantastic with the $10. What's poppin' says, how successful has Des been after making these demands / requirements? Does she understand that her being a mom without custody it's also a cause? She can demand whatever but results. You respond to this, Des?
My hours are haphazard, so my kids are with their father, safe and sound.
MC Heavy Tips for the 10 ounces. Since black men make more than black women, then most black women can't feel like that. That's the minority of black women. Granny with the 10 ounces. Yo, why the fuck does Fantastic get the pushback he gets? Exclamation point. If this is the fucking truth! Exclamation point. This making me mad as fuck because y'all been calling us fucking crazy for thinking this. This ain't fun, no. Luo the duo was popping with a $5 says, she said one pot, quote unquote. Okay, exclamation point. Who had final say over how that pot is spent if there is a disagreement? You want to respond to Jalen?
He does.
And that's with you putting in the majority, right?
Yeah. We in a relationship. I respect his input. He gets the final say. What?
Respecting his input, and he gets the final say. Why?
Because that's how we will be running our household. That's how it's going to run efficiently.
With him being in charge and have the final say.
Yep.
All right. Rel with the $10. Popping Rel said, talk your shit, Des. And with the $2 says, Des on point tonight. Sisterhood, let her back in. Mike Brown with the $5 says, Texas rank. Texas ranks numbers 50 out of 50 states nationwide for African American job salaries. Hamp, is this why they'll be single forever? Texas is 50th? Oh, you know what? That makes sense though, because the minimum wage is $7.50. So it kind of, that'll drop it tremendously, right? So even though there's good paying jobs, right, I would assume that the bad paying jobs overwhelmingly outweigh, right? Especially since Texas also has the most black people, right? So-called black. I think Texas has the most black people in the country, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. J Fax. Talk to these people, Des. Hey, J Fax said, holla at him, Des.
Yeah.
He said it.
And when I'm feeling broke, E and J by my side, Henny like $40. This shit like 25.
Appreciate you, brother. Rapid range with the 10 ounces. Why would a man making 136,000 negotiate? You want to respond to this, Des?
No.
He's saying, I guess based on the aesthetic, he would prefer a different aesthetic. He in the top 12% of men. And then he's saying having a particular aesthetic and having kids ain't a top tier product. You good on responding?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Mike Brown with the 2000. Des paying for pipe look 50-50-ish. I guess he referring to the Cash App. I didn't quite understand what you said.
Because the Cash App
he said 35?
No. So the Cash App was from his point of view. But if I put the same Cash App up, it's going to say that I received 34,000 and I sent 19. But the Cash App was from him because I had him send it to me in the middle because I had to just drop it. I didn't have it readily available. Yeah, I had him screenshot it for me.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Ali was popping. Ain't say any benefit outside a used box that men get. Brothers keep running the box and keep a roster. All they bring is used box and loud mouths. Most got demands, but no man. 300,000 ain't a flex to a man. Where's the woman?
I want the truth.
Struggle level with the $2. Stun on them, Des. Talk your shit, love. Lord. J. Des be supporting her man too. Slide me your number, ma. Dead ass. He wants your mathematics, Des. What you think?
I'm taken. Thank you kindly, sir.
You're watching When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong.
Zagu with the $2 says, it said 19 received in green. I'm just saying, I replayed it. That was his Cash App. CJ sparring matches with the $2 says, it said sent 34,000 and received 19. Des paying, so he sent her the screenshot. Struggle level with the $2. Take them to the Des school if y'all trying to win. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. So essentially, It was two different conversations, right? We've heard women say it previously that they want to be at least matched or very close to the income level or have a man exceed it if hypergamy be a thing, right? So I think we heard that before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other point is you having casual sex, at least have them pay a bill. Callie said those are still your bills. Those aren't attached to him just because you're trying to have sex with him. They're saying sex ain't an equal exchange. We ain't coming. You might as well get a bill paid while you at it. If you fucking when you shouldn't be anyway. Just let them talk. Alexis from Texas. Any final
Man, God made Texas first, then everywhere else. That's it.
And they freedom last too, so that's crazy. So, any final thoughts?
My only final thought is that although this is the minority of people, there still is the other side that, don't think like that. So, all hope is dead. Just find your people and do the right thing.
Indeed. Rebecca.
So my final thoughts are, Des, I get you. I just wish that it didn't feel how it felt when you say certain things. I'd be like, Des. I get it. It just looks different for women. But the reality is it definitely sounds like prostitution, and I can't get away from that. I know that's not what you may mean, but you got to stand on certain things and understanding what it sounds like to certain people. And if you want to, I know you said you don't want to get married, but if you want to attract the things that you want to attract, and you have what you have right now, but the longevity of it, are you looking for longevity or short term? And you just have to be that attractive person in that way. Prostitution ain't the way to go. Just my advice to you. I know that's not what you intend, but prostitution ain't the way to go. But I definitely appreciate all ladies. Definitely appreciate you, Hamp. I feel like Callie, you had, a great argument as well. I have mad respect for you. So just wanted to let everybody know I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you for having me on the show.
Hey man, you did a great job, man. Great input, sound.
2 for 2. 2 for 2.
Much. And you got a great microphone, so you could drown people out if you wanted to.
I can't do that because I'd be like, I don't want to be just talking over people so that they don't hear me and I don't hear them.
Word. Nah, it was good, man. You had some good. Nah, real good, man. I will be sending that link, man. Well, I got to talk to my brother first. You know what I'm saying? He'll be like, God damn, you ain't never around on Tuesday. Good shit, though. Callie.
Great show, Hamp. It was fun. I still mean what I said. I understand Des's point as well, and I never disagree with her as far as making sure that the person that you are intimate with can take care of you, whatever, right, within the confines of a relationship. But where I draw the line is where someone is paying your bills and he does not live there. If you're going to be under his covering, be under his covering all the way. Y'all live together. He's the head of the household. All of that. You know what I'm saying? And I know 2 separate residences is the only way that he can show that he can take care of me is by paying my bills at my own residence. That's just where I draw the line at, whether it's casual or whether it's in a relationship. That's just how I feel about it. Um, I see you on Friday, Des. We gonna have fun for sure.
That's a fact, though. Jalen.
See you on Friday.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Des.
I can't wait to see everybody in Atlanta.
Indeed, man. It's early. 3 hours on the dot. 11:20, 12:20. Jump in the Discord to continue the conversation.
Do we still have tickets left?
We have.
Wait, I be forgetting I got access. Hold up.
We have a few. A few.
Oh yeah, we're sold out of the general admission, which is the full weekend. We only have individual tickets, I think, right now, right?
No. We have like 10. 5.
Oh, we got 10 left? 5?
5.
Okay.
5.
Get your tickets, please.
Get your ticket. I think the discount code might still be there if somebody share it with you.
You gotta say please. I'll share it with you. Hit me up on Discord if you want the discount code.
Yo, Mike Brown, come down there, man. Friday though, Friday gonna be dope as hell. For like just the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be beautiful, man. Shout out to all the beautiful black people, man. Hey, just let them talk, man. I think somebody dropped the link for the tickets real quick. I ain't see Empress. She usually be dropping it.
The link is Nightbot dropped it.
Okay. Somebody just asked. Dave just asked.
Is it a dress code for Atlanta?
All black on Saturday.
So we can wear tank tops.
What you mean?
Oh, for the field day, workout gear. Obviously, it's gonna be hot. You don't want to be wearing, cute shit.
Are you saying like how I am on the panel?
Yeah.
Oh,
I just want to make sure if I come with a tank top, I ain't gonna be persecuted. Like
I'm just saying,
Okay,
I couldn't even show a collarbone.
I got it.
My shoulder was
it's
whole
gonna-
covered up, but just my collarbone was showing, and I still had
It's
to
going to
zip
be
up
a
my daggone
curated
jacket.
panel. Obviously, be mindful about how you dress, but obviously, come as you are. As long as you are ain't unmindful.
Yeah. So I think everybody should look cool as hell in the crowd, right? You know what I'm saying? Don't come in there with Crocs on and sweatpants and them tan panties y'all wear every 28 days. Don't, you know what I mean? Come in there looking like how you supposed to look, like you're gonna be on camera in front of 1 million people because we're gonna go viral. You see what I'm saying? When we
Also,
ask
don't
questions,
come with a fucked up hairline, Yeah.
Old niggas
No
like
fucked up
me and all
hairlines,
that.
no receding hairlines. You
Mhm.
balding at the top, just cut that shit off for the camera, please.
Yeah, man. But
like to look
good thing I
presentable.
look like my mom, so I can get away with a lot of shit, So just come looking good, like it's a show. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an audience, the whole 9 yards. So the panel gonna be cool. The blackout party gonna be fire. We got an after party after the panel, and then field day. Just come ready to work and come to the realization that Father Time is undefeated.
If you do not have a buddy for the trip, please join the Discord. If you bought a ticket, that is where we will be communicating the most about any updates we might do regarding things outside of the itinerary. Join the Discord. That's where we'll send it, unless you got Hamp's personal contact or mine or somebody else's.
Word. So baby, this might be risky, man. Doing it, man. We doing it. Jump in the Discord. Listen, just let them talk. The truth is, people are making a lot of good points, right? And I think that we instantly cast it aside based on the person talking as opposed to listening to the information. And because things are often said in hyperbole, that's how we've been taught since time immemorial to write an essay, right? Usually at the end, you have a call to action, but then your opening statement can be inflammatory or eye-catching so that you get people's attention and then give them the substance of your argument. So when people open with things that are provocative, often people get turned off. Or if it's the wrong person and with the opening statement, people get turned off. But when you listen to the substance of the statement, you'll realize that a lot of good points are being made, even if you don't like them. And so when I'm asking, just let them talk, because a lot of times the guys are being proven correct. And then also when we mind out the talking points that the gentlemen have, we realize that there's holes and flaws there, right? So there's right in the middle, but you have to reconcile everything to get the substance of what you need to learn and then take with you. So I think it's just dope. So let's keep cooking, you heard? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be safe and do the right thing, man. Get your tickets if you can. Make it down there. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. And we out.
So I don't know none of them lame ass channels. I do try to support my boy Hamp a little bit. So I see some of the lame niggas that have channels on his channels. Like what's the little nigga, Chaotic Truth. He a lame. The Tommy dude is a lame. I don't know, Angry Man, all of them. If you up here arguing about women 7 days a week, you one of the niggas I'm talking about.
Mr. Fantastic said women are the problem in the community. You count that as lame?
Yeah, like, so this is what happens, bro. Like, a lame dude, he more times than not gonna operate around like terrible ass women. So this is experience. So he's just talking about what he knows.
Rest in peace to my pops. He told me guard your hearts. When I'm out here and I'm dealing with women.
Yeah, real quick. Nah, he ain't really had no smoke. He was just essentially saying
exactly. Well, a lot of dudes deal with them different, but the way I do, I think most dudes don't do it the way I do. I do my shit, just raw shit.
So now what? Now that you've done all this research, what's the solution? Like, because what it sounds like is like you're armed with, yeah, that's not true, propaganda.
I think a lot of dudes, when they meet these women out on the street, they automatically want to take her out the street and I want to save her.
And that's usually what it ends up referencing, like talking about women's bodies and being fat and who we can call fat, who we can't call fat.
Not what she wants. And then they wonder why they have issues with these females.
Come on, you know how we about to come, man. Listen, TD Jakes just gave a sermon, man. I ain't got time for that.
You taking her out of her natural habitat, her environment.
How much longer are we going to go through this saying you're not better than us?
In the street, in the club, in the hookah lounge. And now you want to put her in the kitchen with the pots and pans, and now you wonder why you got an issue.
You need the reality check. Is it really a reality check? Like,
what environment do you consider the streets?
They claim he won't smoke, bro. Let's get to it.
Strip club.
How long we got to keep on going through? Y'all ain't it.
Hookah lounge.
I'm gonna be honest. My first thought was, oh shit.
Bar.
Now, brother.
Lamb chops.
Now that y'all have combated these stats, what is the solution? What are y'all going to do?
All the shit that they like.
I was like, okay, well, we might be going in a direction.
Crab broil. You know what I'm saying?
The last person called anybody lame is a married nigga, my nigga.
It's a game, bro. Like, when you get married, it's like they look at you like, all right, I got him already. He's done. He ain't going nowhere.
Society assumes, due to the lies and the purposeful propaganda and the narrative, society assumes that a black woman is doing better than me.
Once they get that mindset, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like, it just.
Yeah, I was thinking the body shaming and that girl thing.
The sex slows down and you invested. It's like, oh, it's coming. It's finito, bro.
You brother, you are at risk. You don't even know it. Okay, it will pay you to listen to us so you can put yourself in a better situation that you already fucked up in. Secondly, dog, you haven't said anything. You're not even a funny guy. You kind of funny looking. You know what I'm saying? Your hairline bad. That's why you bald. That's why you're bald. You know what I'm saying? You got a dad hat on to the back.
So if you get a chick out of any one of those environments, you playing yourself.
I think so. Most 80 to 90% of the time.
If that black woman is dealing with me, she's somehow dating down or she's settling simply because I'm a black man.
If you don't believe who cares what society thinks, fantastic.
No. And again, it's not just when she's
it's about men.
Yeah, but hold on.
It's about men. I just don't have a dialogue.
And that's another thing too. Dudes that they think they the first dude. Like, oh yeah, she brought me to her crib. She ain't never brought nobody here. Or this is the first time she ever been. No.
I would never say no shit like that. My woman is awesome. The women I'm around are amazing. Like, I'm around amazing black women all the time. Right? I don't have that experience. So when I see people say that shit, I just know that you just don't get no good women. Like you picking from the bottom of the barrel and then getting on the internet complaining about it.
Well, you really got to pay attention to that.
My body ain't got a price on it.
Well, he got to vet her out.
It can't be bought.
Let's see, like, is she following your lead? That's a basic one right there.
What I'm saying is this, is again, the narrative is that the black woman is the breadwinner. You had Dr. Umar Johnson tell this lie, even.
A lot of dudes, they deal with women who give them resistance. Like if I say, okay, meet me here, be at the crib at 6 o'clock. She's like, no, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be there at 7:30. Well, no, you not come to the crib then.
Fine, she's not. So what? You get with the woman, she's not the breadwinner. That's so now what? Just get in a relationship. Like
other dudes like, it's all right. We can work it out. No, it's basic things. Can you follow my lead?
What's the first rule? You guys know?
Acknowledge there's a problem. That's fine. But I think we stayed there too long. That's
No. You asked the question, right? So I'm answering the question in terms of acknowledging that you have a problem, not that there is a problem. We are talking about the problem, but we have to acknowledge, like, okay, most enrolled is not the most educated, but are people conceding the point? Are we saying that we are the most jailed black men? Are we saying, you know what, that's right, we got to change that shit and then stop saying free yayo? Are we doing those things?
Yeah. Are you outside every weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Are you posting on social media, showing off your body? You know, this is just simple things that dudes ignore because they fall in love with what they see.
You said you had to get her up out of these streets. So I'll just leave that to you because I want to disrespect the queen.